On a scale of what? 1 to 5, 1 to 10?
100.
100. I was not expecting that. Carm, what's your panic meter looking like?
I wouldn't say I'm necessarily panicked. I'm just more annoyed, and I'm gonna be a little worried if Joel is like out. He's gonna be out. Then I'm gonna be a little concerned. But I'm not necessarily worried about the Hawks. I'm worried about whoever's next. God willing, we get there.
I was gonna say, then that means you got to be a little bit of worried if you said God
I'm
willing.
similar. I'm only worried because if Joel was going to be hurt and everyone else doesn't step up, then it's going to be a problem. But if Joel is actually, we know he's not going to be in or whatever's happening, I think the rest of the team will step up.
Right.
I think last night, they just got in and Joel kind of wasn't performing and they didn't, change the game plan. They just kind of still thought that Joel was going to do everything and he just couldn't.
So in situations like that, like who do you blame? Is that like the coach's fault? Is it Joel for being off? Like who we placing the blame on this loss?
I mean, it's not Joel's fault because if he's hurt, he's hurt. I mean, he tried to play as much as he could. I don't blame him in terms of being hurt. You can't help if he got hurt. He did still try to perform in that first half. He did perform, but the second half, I think he went 0 for 12, and he only had points when he was at the free throw line. So he made his free throws. He just wasn't making shots, and he obviously was uncomfortable. So it's not his fault. I would say in terms of kind of plugging in the holes as the water's coming out, Doc should have did a better job at that in terms of lineup and who he put in at certain times. I don't think he kind of felt that moment and felt where the kind of game was going when he put in certain people. Cough, cough, Korkmaz. But I definitely think
Korkmaz hit a big 3 though in the fourth.
No.
When we were down, when Ben Simmons
Mark,
made that.
stop trying to be smart. Yes, you are.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Yes,
you
when
are.
It was 93 with about 4 minutes left.
No, and that was great. That was one shot
Kork
though.
Banged that 3.
That's fine, but when he got in, it just completely disrupted and just messed up all our defensive scheme. He wasn't defensive. He wasn't doing a good job defending anyone. And he was losing his man, and they were starting to get going offensively once he started playing defense, which was he can't. So
I mean, I know a guy who's been trying to tell y'all these things all year. Just a guy.
I mean, listen, Korkmaz, he was making do for what he is as the season has gone on. But in terms of last night and what I saw with the series and what was going on, we need somebody who can defend because I'd rather have Matisse in and he make 2 out of 5, 2 out of 6. And miss some shots and defend really well than have Korkmaz not defend at all and make 3 out of 8. I'd rather have Matisse. I don't care.
Okay.
First off,
I'm just saying.
Korkmaz's defense was not that bad.
Yes, it was, Chris. He disrupted the entire team.
It's pretty terrible.
He literally got them going offensively because he just was not. He just lost his man. F. Herter, whatever his name is, Bogey, forget it. He couldn't do nothing. He wasn't doing anything. He just disrupted our whole flow. People had to cover for him.
You know what I think it is? Now that Danny Green's out, you're just deflecting all your
Here's the thing. I was missing Danny. I said this. I was like, I wish Danny Green was in because at least he'll defend. Maybe he won't be as consistent on the 3 like I would like, but anything is better than Korkmaz defensively. Like I said, I'd rather take defense over offense because the people like Matisse, Korkmaz, Danny, Danny is more so we look to him to score a little more, but Korkmaz and Matisse, we don't look to them to score. So I'd rather them just defend, and maybe make 1 shot out of 5, and let's call it a day. But Korkmaz can't even defend.
See, this heat got you acting unusual. You just said you miss Danny Green.
I do. I just came when
Chris, is she good?
When I seen him gone, I was like, wow, like I miss Danny Green. I miss his veteran presence and just kind of just being consistent with his man. Just like, here's the thing. Everyone keeps saying, oh, he got smoked by Trey. Yeah, he got smoked by Trey. Trey is like 23 years old.
22.
Okay, 22 years old. He's the point guard of the entire team. He's the franchise player. Danny Green ain't at that level anymore. But Danny can cover a Horter. Danny can cover a John Collins. So what's up?
That's crazy. What's your thoughts on it, Chris?
First off, Furkan Korkmaz.
I love when Chris says his name.
He's an all-star. He's
a Serbian. What is he? The Croatian? Where is he from?
Turkey.
He's the Turkish freaking dunk
French
champ, man.
He's the Turkish Leonardo DiCaprio.
Listen. No, but for real though, Sixers had a really good lead. I think it's close to nearly 18, 20 points, and then the lead began to slip away because once again I feel like Doc Rivers and like that all. I don't think Doc Rivers he doesn't have an idea of like what his rotations need to be. It's like when you watch other teams, it's like, all right, like the Clippers. All right, here are the guys that are coming off my bench. It's going to be Rondo. It's going to be now Luke Kennard because we're paying him $64 million. We need him to do something.
Yeah.
And another big coming off the bench.
DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, DeMarcus Cousins. That's your guys. The Quinn Snyder and the Utah Jazz. He got his bench. The Phoenix Suns, like, all right, listen, Dario Saric, Cameron Payne, and Cameron Johnson. We're doing an 8-man rotation. Torrey Craig is going to be playing some minutes sparingly, so we got our legitimate 9-man rotation. We're still going 11 deep against the Atlanta Hawks, which I feel like it's not necessary. George Hill is not giving you anything. It's more been the Shake Milton series for him. So Shake Milton needs to be on the court more as opposed to George Hill, because when George Hill was, doing well against the Washington Wizards and Shake Milton wasn't, Shake Milton was out of the rotation completely, and then here comes Tyrese Maxey.
Right.
I feel like Doc is just experimenting way too much, especially with the guard play. And now with Danny Green out, I think there's really no identity in terms of what his top 3 backcourt players are.
Okay.
So, but
you're saying mainly Doc is your reasoning.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason why you blow that 18-point lead, even because there's the thing. Joel Embiid wasn't even close to what he normally is.
No,
even with the meniscus,
he was grimacing.
Like
you can tell.
And the last time I saw Joel Embiid play like that was against Toronto, in that Toronto series a few years ago. And even still, then you still had a commanding lead, even with Joel Embiid struggling. Mm-hmm. So my thing is that, all right, Joel Embiid is completely ailing. Why don't you try to run some plays with Tobias Harris, who shot 8 of 15? Mm-hmm. Nobody on that team could guard Tobias Harris. Why is it that Ben Simmons has only taken 1 shot in the entire second quarter? Mm-hmm. He was on a triple-double a little before half, and he only took 1 other shot. Mm-hmm. And the free throws are still an issue.
Very much.
Yeah. And,
Mark, shut up.
What did I do? What did I do?
Very much. Like, Mark, all right, Mark.
No.
All right.
I didn't even get started yet.
No, that was a Hannibal Buress moment. He was like, "Boo, why you bullying me? I'm right."
Hey, I didn't even. I'm just agreeing with Chris here.
So it's just his whole tone. I was just like, whatever, Mike. Whatever.
Okay.
Snarky.
Oh my. Okay. I just said very much.
Well, I don't like you, Tony, the way you're talking about court.
The heat, man. I tell you, the heat
got me my blood boiling in this joint.
Yeah. Pretty much.
But either way, it's like Joel Embiid. He did it, and I think it's kind of funny that Joel Embiid is really good on the defensive end. He got named second team all defensive. Mm-hmm. And that was, to me, the biggest telling story, even with the complications with his knee. He was defending the interior well, rebounding well, boxing out well.
Not in the third quarter.
He just looked tired. Like, he just kind of was looking around.
Yeah.
He wasn't really going after any balls or, like, he wasn't trying to do any unnecessary movements. Like, if he didn't have to, he was kind of just standing there. Like, all right,
and that also falls on Doc. Right. I understand Joel Embiid is your best player. But
time management.
Yeah, but you also have Dwight Howard, who is just as good as boxing out, just as good as protecting the rim. And whoever the guards may be, whether it be Tyrese Maxey, George Hill, or Shake Milton, to throw Dwight a lob, he's going to catch that lob.
Yep.
So I feel like going forward, as much as I would love to see Joel Embiid continue to be on the floor, Doc needs to be smarter and utilize Dwight Howard because he's literally the best backup that Joel Embiid has had.
Ever.
Yeah.
He's probably the true person that can really slow him down in the league is on his team.
Yeah.
Like I said that once before, like in the past about Al Horford and whatnot. Yeah, he did give Joel some fits, but no, Dwight Howard is different in his new role, especially coming back from LA, and now that we have him. He played very good yesterday, very physical. He was just all over the place.
Yeah. But I'm not worried because when the Sixers win, they win pretty handily, and when it's the Hawks, it's just by the skin of their teeth. It's a lot of self-destructing plays by the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm not trying to take credit away from Atlanta because
they played well. I mean, Trae Young had a career-high 18 assists.
John Collins? Come on now.
He
box him out, boy. All them dunks.
He went insane in the third quarter.
Yeah, John Collins went off, and then you got game one where Bojan Bogdanovic was the perfect partner craft for Trae Young.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Hawks are legit. I feel like, another season, of more seasoning with those young guys, especially getting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish back, they're definitely going to be a problem going forward.
Yeah, they could be much better.
The Sixers are still the better team.
Oh, yeah.
And the one thing I didn't like is that we needed to win that game because now with Brooklyn down both Kyrie Irving and James Harden, this series has the potential to go to 7. Mm-hmm. And if you finish that team off in 5, you know what that means?
Rest.
Rest.
And that's
that
what the
means
big man needs.
Joel Embiid literally gets, if the X series goes to 7, that's a whole week off of Joel Embiid off that leg.
Yep.
Which what we need. The longer the series goes, the longer this hurts the Sixers in terms of, you know, getting adequate rest for Joel Embiid.
Nah, I agree.
No, we needed to win that game. That was like win last night and then come home on Wednesday and just close it out and just be chilling. Let Joel rest. So I was upset because we could have won that game. At the end, it was just some of the decisions, the lack of effort, I think, in certain smaller aspects in terms of defensively, offensive rebounds on that last shot. I mean, the shot before that, when we could have tied the game and Joel was like right at the rack and missed it. He was like trying to like finger roll it. I'm like, yo, you could have just dunked that, John. Just dunked it, hang off the rim and kind of come down. That's what I thought.
Yeah, but Joel was on tired legs.
No, I know, but what I'm saying
He's
is
on one leg.
him trying to finger roll it. If you're gonna be up, just get up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he pulled a
He's
Patrick
trying,
Ewing.
Carm.
I know, but listen. So then, besides that, then that last shot was Shake and he took it down. Shake had the wide open good shot, and he passed it to Seth.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's here's the thing. I'm not going to blame Shake Milton for that.
I'm not blaming him, but he should have took the shot because he gave the ball away to Seth, and it was a worse shot. There was 2 people on him waiting for him, ready for him to take that 3. So what's the better decision? I'd rather Shake take the shot
I got this.
and
I was gonna go a
and be
different direction, but you got it.
be criticized for whatever. Then Seth take that bad shot.
No, here's the reason why I don't blame Shake Milton for that last possession. It's 7 seconds left. He's coming off the bench cold. And
He was playing.
I'm talking about that's like 12 minutes of like.
But when you listen, when the game was on the line and you need to take the shot and you have a wide open shot.
All right, tell me who was Shake Milton subbing for? I'm gonna sound like Mark now, but who's Shake Milton subbing in for?
Korkmaz.
No.
Was it? Oh, Korkmaz was in. No. Ben.
Yes.
Yeah, Ben.
Because Ben's useless at that point.
Yeah,
Right.
that's literally my point. I was like, if anything, I'm like, our top 3 players are Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid, and Ben Simmons. If the fact that one of your 3 best players can't be on the floor during that critical moment of the game, and you have to go to Shake Milton, and everybody wants to finger point the blame to Shake Milton at that point,
I don't care. I still wanted him to take the shot.
then that's a problem.
I don't see a problem with that. I see make the basketball play.
The problem.
And what is the best
So you don't
play?
see a problem?
No, I don't.
You don't see the problem of one of our top 2 players not being on the floor during that moment.
That is a problem in the scheme of things. But in that moment where the game,
This is the scheme of things.
Like I just said, it's a problem
Because that's the difference between us
let me
being
finish.
up
I'm not
3-1
done. I'm
and-
not done. So what I'm saying is, it is the problem in the grand scheme of things that Ben could not be that guy on the floor. I agree with you. Not taking that away. That's fine and well, fine and dandy. Great. Ben should be able to shoot. That's fine. Not saying that. But what happened was Ben was not in because that is not the situation. And that is what it is. So in this moment, when Ben was not in and Shake was in, Shake, listen to me. Shake is an NBA player. Shake has been in our rotation. Shake never been a starter before. Like he doesn't know what he has been a starter.
Barely.
Okay, but it doesn't matter. Either way,
He's only a starter if everybody else is hurt.
that's fine. But either way, he's made some clutch shots for us before. He's come up for us big before. I don't care. All I'm saying is in a basketball mind is listen, I'm not done. All I'm saying is when it comes down to it, if you have an open 3-point shot, don't pass the ball away to someone who has 2 people on them.
The play was for Seth. That's how Doc drew it up.
Well, I don't agree with Doc. I think it should have made for the open player. Whoever was open, who Shake was wide open. He could have had a rhythm 3. Seth took a guarded 2-pump shot that was too hard because he was guarded by 2 people, and that's what happened. So I'd rather Shake just be like take that chance with a good shot and maybe someone get a rebound than get the clock all the way down to the last second and Seth take a bad 2-person guarded shot. That's my opinion, and I don't care about if Shake is a starter or not. Seth this, Ben that. That's my opinion. He should have took the shot, period.
It's because he.
All right, can I ask you a question? Does Mike Budenholzer take Giannis off the court for, let's just say, like PJ Tucker or Pat Connaughton for that situation?
Ben is not Giannis, though.
Yes, he's
Joel was Giannis, and Joel was on the floor.
You can't. One of your best,
He got the city in his
one
palm.
of your top 3 important players being on the bench during that critical moment is an issue.
That's fine, but I'm just saying in the moment, Shake should have took the shot.
Luka
That's
can't
it.
shoot free throws either, but I promise you, Rick Carlisle's not going to take him out during that.
What
During
that
that
got to do with
3-point.
Shake and Seth?
I'm just saying, Ben compromises the offense because we all know if Ben stays in the game, the Atlanta Hawks are immediately going to foul Ben Simmons. He's going to go to the line and
Not even that. You let Ben run all the way for a dunk. They were down 3. He's not going to shoot a 3.
Okay, that's fine. So okay,
Now-
maybe,
and then you
so
lose
you know
by
what?
one
Maybe
instead
we
of
should
3.
just go up to the Wells Fargo, knock on the door, and fire Ben. Let's just do that then, because honestly, what we're talking
You're
about here
over-
is
all right,
irrelevant.
no
It's
one-
irrelevant to what's going on here. I understand. You're right. You're right. It is a problem. I agree with you. For him
It
to
is not irrelevant because
It
your
is.
best player.
But what I'm talking about is
This is
that
great,
in the
by
moment of that play, yes, Ben was out, but that's what it is. He was out. So in that moment,
Why
who's
is
playing?
he out?
Shea, Korkmaz, because he can't shoot. We know that. No one's surprised. Who's surprised? I'm not
This is-
surprised.
Your
His
best
elbow
player
out
needs
there.
to listen. Your
Okay,
top,
but he can't shoot. So what now?
neither can Giannis, but Giannis is going to be in there.
Okay, so then talk to Doc.
Look, all right. Can y'all relax for a little bit?
I'm relaxed.
All right,
I'm
the
fine.
blood.
I'm chilling.
Chris is finally awake. Thank
Chris
God.
got his Booker shirt on,
You know what
man.
I
He's
mean?
getting buck in here. He got his Devin Booker
Chris is
shirt on.
awake. Thank God. Carm's fired up because she's hot. Look, this is why we lost the game at the end of the day. I put blame on Doc. I do, but Tobias Harris 0 points in the fourth quarter. Ben Simmons 1 shot in the second half. You see, the big man is clearly hurt. All right. He's clearly hurt. He's hobbling. He's grimacing. He's hurt. Doc's still forcing it. Understandably, he's there. Fine. But when is it like, hold on, yo, this is my brother out here. This is my road dog. This is my teammate. Let me pick him up, help him out, so that way we can go home, get him some rest. You know what I mean,
I agree.
let me stand up for my guy.
I agree.
And Tobias Harris and Ben Simmons did not do that whatsoever. My problem is with those two. They did not show up in the second half at all. At all. First half, Sixers were great. Seth Curry looked good. Joel looked great. He looked okay. I mean, but Joel gets no blame for me, in my opinion. He gets no blame. I get it. He was 0 for 12 in the fourth quarter. I completely get it. He gets no blame. He's out there on the torn meniscus. Cool. But Tobias Harris and Ben Simmons to not even show up in the second half, those two are unguardable. There's no one on the Atlanta Hawks that can guard either one of them. The fact that they just let their leader go out there and basically just possibly he could be more damaged than we even know now. But all they got to do is just help their brother, but they're a no-show. And the wild part about it is Joel, he scored 2 points in the fourth, I believe. That's more than what Ben and Tobias did. And they were off the free throw line. Are you kidding me? Y'all can't help your man out. They went a no-show. I'm tired of people saying, oh, he went 8 for 15. No, stop looking at the box score and watch the game. I wasn't attacking you, but I feel like a lot of people will just like, oh, well, Tobias shot 53%. Did you watch that game? He was a no-show. He only had 2 attempts in the fourth quarter.
I don't
That's
think
a
he
joke.
played that much in the third, though.
Who,
Play that
Tobias?
much? Yeah.
No, yeah, he was on.
He played. He just didn't do anything.
Yeah,
I think he had like 4.
I think he started off in the fourth. You know, that bench shooting plus Tobias, and then
Yeah.
like during the middle stretch, I'm like, why is Tobias on the bench?
Yeah, Tobias went cold too. But I definitely agree that, Ben and Tobias should have stepped up for Joel, because I think they were were kind of like a little shell shocked, like, oh crap, Joel really is hurt and he's playing like crap.
Nah,
They just don't have heart. It's different. They don't
Nah.
have heart. There's
I don't-
no
I'm not
way.
trying to hear that shell shock stuff,
Yeah,
especially
like,
at this
I don't
point.
think
If
that
you have
they're-
championship
I don't think-
aspirations, that's not going to do it.
Yeah,
Well,
like
yeah,
when
I
is
mean,
it gonna
I
flip?
agree.
Like
I
when is it gonna
agree.
flip? Like,
I
yo,
agree.
let me get aggressive and help my team.
No, I
Like, when is it
agree.
gonna flip? I was so frustrated watching that game, and then watching Trae Young get a break on defense because he's guarding Korkmaz, or he's switched on to the worst player. I don't understand how we can't isolate Trae Young. I mean, it happens here and there. Ben, he got him down in the paint a couple of times. He capitalized on it. But the main thing I've been saying, y'all know I've been saying this all year.
Attack.
I know the defense. I know we have amazing defense. We got 3 players on 2 first-team defenses, right? We know that. I always say, where are the points coming from? Where are the points coming from? Yesterday was one of those reasons. Joel did everything he could. Where are the points coming from?
Given that, yeah, he did everything he could. That his body
With one leg.
Yeah, that's
One leg. He's launching off of his left leg
Yeah,
because he can't bear the pain of his right knee. He's
Yeah.
shooting with one leg. That's why all his shots are short.
yeah. There's no excuse why in the fourth quarter why is Seth Curry and Furkan Korkmaz more aggressive than Tobias Harris and Ben Simmons.
Seth Curry off the hook this game. Even Furkan, I mean, his defense was atrocious, but I know that. Like, I know that. Like, I know Furkan's defense is atrocious. I would rather Doc start Matisse in those situations, but I knew he was going to start Furkan.
I don't mind
Ferg
Furk starting, but Matisse should have most of those minutes, especially during down that stretch.
Yeah, like Matisse defense is such a game changer. Clearly, I mean, the guy made all second defense coming off the bench.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of anything like that. So I think Doc should should look at things a little differently. Also, we all have been saying for weeks that Shake has been shaky. So if Shake has a big game like he did last game where he has 14 points in like, I don't know, 11 minutes in the second half, why don't you like maybe let him come off the bench first? You know, while his confidence is still up, you know, like you gotta react off these guys' emotions at some point. You can't just continue to stick with, you know, this is my rotation, this is what I'm doing, or I mean, he barely has a rotation. But at that moment, that's when you like maybe you let Shake come off the bench first, get his confidence up, do his thing. Maxey, also good in my book. He's gonna do. He's a rookie. He don't look rattled. He goes in there, he plays. He had a nice three. What was that? I think it was the third quarter. He had a nice three.
Yeah.
But it definitely comes down to Doc, Ben, and Tobias that last game.
Yeah.
Especially Tobias. Especially. I mean, Ben, how mad can I be? I mean, he has been doing this all season. So it's like how mad can I really be? It's just like,
but I liked
please.
I liked in the first quarter. I felt like he was attacking. You know, he was trying to get a shot, and then, like you said, in the second half, he just kind of did it.
The first half doesn't matter because they blew the second.
No, I know,
half.
but I'm saying I did like to see that from him, that he at least did that. But again, obviously, it doesn't matter if we lost. But
98.5 WJYM Running Back Sports.
Where's my theme music?
He's back. Come on, Chris.
Sorry,
play
we're
it.
having technical difficulties right now.
Oh
What's
my
going on?
Uh-huh. Why? After all these months and everything, y'all finally decided to open the line for old dad, huh?
Oh man, Mr. Norris.
Mr. Norris,
welcome back.
It's beef in the
I was
streets.
I was concerned about you. Where you been?
Yeah, haven't heard you in a while.
What you went on a private island
look.
somewhere?
No, every time I call in and everything, it's a problem with the line.
Oh, I see. I think Chris finally unblocked you. That's what it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't say anything though.
Oh, so that was the problem, huh, Chris? You told me it was a problem with the line, so you blocked me, huh?
Do you really think I have that power to block a landline?
You never know. He spends a lot of hours in this studio. He might.
Yeah, sleeping.
Mm-hmm. All I know is my Father's Day present will be slamming. That's all I got to say about that.
All right.
Uh-huh. So, anybody know how to shoot a free throw? Ben Simmons ain't sure don't.
Nope, he isn't.
And look, I appreciate Joel Embiid. You know, he's throwing up for MVP. But come on, man. Last night, come on, man. Really? 0 for 12 from the field. Because you're more concerned about the rest of your work playing through it. You just want to act a fool. Okay? I understand. I appreciate playing through an injury and everything. I give him props for that. But as soon as things don't go his way, what does he do?
Yeah, he
did I
was
miss
definitely
something
trying to
last
work the refs for sure. And you can tell he was trying to work the refs a lot. The typical fouls that he would get during the season, he wasn't really getting those because, to be honest, he would have been on the line so much more if this was a regular season game. And I don't think Atlanta would have truly come back because when Joel's on the line like that just demoralizes teams and it just sucks out the energy and the whole team, the atmosphere, everything. So, yeah, he was definitely searching for those. But that's because he's out there playing on one leg and not getting any help from Ben and Tobias.
Oh, gee, and speaking of Ben, maybe if he hit a few more free throws and everything, we would have won the game. That's all I'm saying, you know. Just like with game one.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't take that many free throws last night, though.
Because he's scared.
That's fine. He still didn't take many
Carm,
many free
that's
throws.
not
He's
fine.
1 of 5. He was 1 of 5 from last night.
Carm, that's not fine.
When have I ever said on the show that it was okay?
You just said that's fine.
No, I said that's fine, meaning that's what happened. But I'm not saying it's fine that it's okay that he's been. I've said this to all of y'all, to everybody out there listening, that I think he needs to do better. He cannot be missing free throws. It's unacceptable. I've said that. So stop saying I'm not giving him an out. I'm just saying that what it is what it is. Y'all are like, oh well, okay, but that's it. All right, we get it.
Let's just fact here, okay? I'm sick and tired of Doc Rivers. I was sick and tired of Doc Rivers saying he's a treasure. You don't know Michael Ben Simmons is, you don't know basketball and everything. Was the biggest load of horse manure I've heard in my sports life. Okay, Doc's never worked in a city like Philadelphia before. Okay, Boston maybe just a little bit and everything, but now Philly's a completely different type of animal. I'm gonna tell you something. All right, it's like this. Ben is scared, okay, of the free throw line. That's why he doesn't go inside, start bodying people, okay, start knocking people around there because they want to go to the free throw line because he will be exposed, okay. If he was a better free throw shooter, he'd be going inside trying to get points, getting 2 points in the and one. But he can't even do that. All right, you wanna know why? Because he got a big yellow streak running that down his back.
Yup. Tell him again.
All right, and the fact that his brother, who was his brother even an NBA player? He got his brother teaching him how to shoot, teaching him how to play basketball and everything. Come on now, really? You got Sam Cassell.
Mm-hmm.
You got Doc Rivers. Okay, you have ex-Sixers who are willing to help Ben, improve his game. He doesn't want to do that. He's content being what he is, and what he is ain't good enough.
Nope.
All right. And he's second. He's on the defensive player. He's a second runner for the defensive player of the year. Oh, he's an all-star player. He's rookie of the year. Yada yada yada. This, that, the other. Okay. At the end of the day, that don't mean nothing when I Larry O'Brien trophy at the end of the season.
Yup. That's true. I agree with that 100%. I've been saying this all year,
Okay?
and I'll say it again.
I'm tired of the moral
If Joel
victories,
can
man.
if Joel can improve his game, why can't Ben?
Yep.
Okay. Why can't Ben?
There's too many greats in that locker room for him not to have a move to go to. At least we know that, okay, Giannis doesn't have moves, but at least we know that he's going to come with energy and ferocity going straight to the lane, doing what he can. This guy, Ben, he just still gets there, pivots, and passes out with a running skyhook with his right hand. And he left-handed.
Still think you shoot him with the wrong hand.
He needs something.
I'm sick of Ben. Okay, I'm sick of people making excuses for him.
Yeah.
And I'm tired. I'm just. But my line is the Sixers at the very least don't get the Eastern Conference Finals. Ben's out of here. All right, it's that simple. Ben is out of here. When the first thing smoking.
Facts. I'll help him pack.
Okay, and we're going to get pennies on the dollar for him because he's been exposed. So you really think about it. Ben's going to go. If Ben's going to go, Ben's going to go. But really, do you think any other teams are really going to put out like a whole bunch of draft picks and players for Ben Simmons? No.
We missed our opportunity. The biggest opportunity was the beginning of this year. And I said it too. I said it on this show. As soon as the rest of the league finds out what we've known about Ben Simmons, man, we ain't getting much back in return. And we could have got away with an all-time score.
I don't know. There's a rumor going at the end of the season that Portland's going to train Dame Downs and everything. Think about it. Ben Simmons, Tyrese Maxey, and a couple of number one draft picks for Damian Lillard. What do you think?
Pull the trigger right now. I'll be at the airport waiting for Dame.
You also got to remember James Harden is a free agent at the end of the year. What do you think? Can you get it back and go get him?
Who?
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Who?
James Harden.
I wouldn't be opposed to it. I'm always open to it. Like he's not like a uber athletic guy, so his game is all craftiness. So it's like, okay, Father Time isn't gonna like hit him the way Father Time would hit Russell Westbrook. Once Russell Westbrook's athleticism is gone, all right, okay, it's gonna be a struggle for him. But James Harden, he doesn't really use his athleticism like that. He's deceptively quick, but he's more skill, free throw line, shooting, handling. So I mean, if there's an opportunity to grab him, by all means, if we got to do a sign and trade and send Ben Packett, I'm down.
I don't think Michael Bridges would look good in his uniform right about now, would he?
Yeah.
Let's just trade everybody for Jason Tatum. Fine with that.
See, all right, we on the right path.
Michael Bridges would look real good in the Sixers uniform right now, would he?
Who?
Michael Bridges. Get out
Mikal
Oh,
Bridges.
Mikal
Bridges?
Bridges? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, listen, that was a slap in the face. We should have got him. He's good. We played him for no reason.
For Zaire Smith in the number one draft.
For Zaire Smith for no reason.
Jeez,
Yeah.
That was stupid. Mikal Bridges is killing it on the Suns. He's a starter. Like that. That sucks.
he's so good.
I saw Zaire Smith over at Popeyes and everything, dropping fries into the hot grease.
Yeah. If Matisse Thybulle can turn into anything that Mikal Bridges is, then I'll be okay. But as long as Mikal keep putting up these random 20-point games and still playing great 3-and-D basketball, it's going to always hurt. And he's a local guy. And he's a winner. He won 2 championships at Nova.
Man.
That's different.
Yeah. J-Red doesn't allow any scrubs.
Get out of the, they are in the finals and everything. More than likely they'll go up against Phoenix. And yeah.
Well, we always missing opportunities. That's how the Sixers are.
Nah.
It's just how it is.
I'm still a little confident. If we can rest the big man. I mean, if you look
No,
at
I'm not saying about the series. I'm just saying in general. Like,
no, I'm talking about the rest of the field. Like if you look at the rest of these teams, if we can win this year.
Yeah.
If we can get Joel back somehow, like we can get him at least, I don't know, 75%.
It's not even about Joel anymore. It's like, all right, I need Tobias Harris and Ben Simmons to step up.
Chris is welcome to my side. Finally.
Like, listen,
all year he's here.
I need
I thought we were talking about Mikal Bridges.
Listen, I need Ben Simmons to be in that gym with Seth Curry, with Sam Cassell, and I want him to shoot free throws until his arms
But even
begin to fall off.
last 2 games, he missed the tech foul shot.
Listen, why?
What's up with that, man?
Here's
I
my
was
thing.
pissed.
And the guy's a career 89% free.
I know.
throw
I'm
shooter.
like, what's up with that? Like, how is he missing
Here's-
both for the
And Trae
flagrant
Young
foul?
missed 2 free
1
throws
point?
last night. It happens.
No,
Look,
but
I'm-
from Seth, I was listening to something.
I'm no longer putting unnecessary pressure on role players. So I don't like how you calling out Seth. He's a role player. What we get from him is what
I'm
we
just
get.
saying because he's
But
such a great
you-
free throw shooter. I just would expect him to make that 1 extra point.
Yeah, and so was Trae Young, and he missed 2 free throws last night.
That's fine, but he's not on my team. I ain't worried about Trae Young.
Oh.
I'm worried about Seth. I'm worried about that extra point that maybe we could have been down to. That maybe Ben could have been in. Maybe he could have got a dunk. Maybe we could have. Maybe we could have.
but what about this extra 4 points that Ben missed on the line? that
And
could've
he's
made-
messed up too. He needs to make those too. He gets the same
He's
thing.
still there.
Okay.
Sorry,
And
Mr. Norris.
Let's not forget the most important thing. Do not leave the white boys alone in the corners for the free. Let's say when they try to leave Shooter and Gallinari over there in the corners, and they kill them every single time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bogdan has been killing us and talking
Bogdan.
trash.
Bogdanovich.
I like it.
Shooter,
I like it.
Bogdanovich, and Gallinari, they kill him. All right.
He's nice.
Yeah, he invited to the
Talk
barbecue.
more money about Bogdanovich or Gallinari and everything. Had to come on here, but no, they went.
Yep.
But yeah.
We'll see how things shake out. If Joel plays 35%, we haven't changed. But we're only going to go as far. I mean, Joel is going to get hit. Okay, that's without question. We're only going to go as far as Ben Simmons takes it.
Been saying that all year. All year. I'm just so glad y'all finally opened your eyes and entered the dark side. It's not that bad over here.
Mark is a
No.
prophesizer.
I'm a what?
You're a prophet.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All
No name calling. No name calling. While I'm on the phone though. But the bottom line is this: the Sixers are a whole lot better than they were than they've been the past couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but they still do not have that alpha dog, that like assassin, ice water floaters, and killer instinct shooter they needed in the game. They had it. His name was Jimmy Butler. But because Jimmy Butler was too hard for guys like Ben Simmons, Steele and everything, they let him go.
Mark doesn't agree with you, Mr. Norris. He's not a fan of Jimmy. He's not thinking Jimmy's taking people to the promised land.
Was that?
Mark doesn't agree about Jimmy. He thinks that Jimmy is not a player that can, put a team on his back type.
He's not.
Maybe not. But he also has the attitude to swag.
He has that. I'll give him that. But he's not a guy that you build a team around to win a
I'm
championship.
not
Like, he's
saying
not a
build
number
a team
one on
around.
a championship team. That's what I'm saying.
He'd be perfect on this team.
He'd be very perfect right now. But Joel Embiid is still our number one.
Yeah,
He's a great number two.
Yeah, that's fine
Yeah.
because the way Joel Embiid played last night, I'm like Jimmy would have been like, all right, cool, give me the ball.
Jimmy probably would have been more accepting that role if Ben Simmons hadn't cried about it.
Yep.
If he and Joel got along just great, and to this day, Joel was still calling Jimmy his buddy and his boy. That's the compadre. Okay? If Ben Simmons had grown a pair, grew up, and been a man,
Yep.
and accepted the fact that Jimmy Butler was on the team and everything, Jimmy was going to push them, that's really
Compadre.
a little different.
I agree.
But the bottom line is, right now, it is what it is. We're stuck with what we're stuck with. Okay. Dr. J and Tony Charles Barkley and Moose Malone ain't walk to their door, so they got to get done with who they got. And the bottom line is, Ben needs to improve. And if Doc has half a brain of a fairy fly, he needs to start shooting 100 free throws a day in between games.
Yeah, I agree. Something got to be done. Like it has to come from Doc. Like Ben, you can't leave the gym until you make like you said 100 free throws. Or you're gonna get fined. Like something needs to be done where like you're forcing Ben to really work on that because I don't know if it's his pride or whatever it is. He's just arrogant, but it ain't a good look. And somebody has to force him because obviously he's not gonna take the time to do himself.
Scary.
Bottom line is, like I said, we're only going to go as far as Ben takes us.
I think Ben will listen to Doc. I think Doc needs to stop being soft on them. Like get a little bit, get a little nasty. Like, yo,
In the words of Greg Popovich, give me some nasty.
seriously, like Doc needs to get nasty with them. Like, Ben, you ain't ish. If you don't make your free throws, you ain't starting. Like that kind of thing. Like, just be that buck with him. I'm just saying, like, whatever it takes to make him take it serious, the light bulb to go off, that this is messing up the team, this is hurting the team, whatever it takes. Doc can be the villain. Sometimes you got to be the villain to be the hero. So Doc got to be the villain and penalize Ben, then he got to be the villain. I'm not mad at that because it's like y'all are saying this is a detriment to the team's future and us going through the playoffs. So if something has to be done that people might be upset with right now, but to help us later, I'm down with that.
I wonder what the Jokic brothers are doing. Maybe we can just.
Well spoken. Well spoken.
Let's get them to come
Get 'em to
rough
beat
up
Ben up.
Ben. Yeah.
I know. Put him in a pound down on the chair. Put him with Charles Barkley for an hour. Watch that.
Take him to Serbia, man.
Right.
Yeah, he needs something.
That's what I'm saying. Doc, if you're listening, take our advice. Do something. Get nasty. We need it.
Quick thing. I had to step the phone line working again. Sound off, especially Chris. So let me find out you blocked me, right?
All right.
Bye, Mr. Norris.
All right, y'all. Take care.
Appreciate you, Mr. Norris. You're always welcome here. And happy
That's right,
Father's
I'm back
Day.
on
That's
my
this
feet.
weekend?
Ready for
Yeah,
next time,
on the
boys.
20th.
Happy Father's Day, Mr. Norris.
Thank you. Thank you.
Technically, I'll see you next week for the Father's Day edition, right?
Hey, I'm ready. Look, I keep telling you, I'm ready whenever you are.
All right, that's fine. I'll see you next Tuesday.
Oh, I didn't know that was happening. Okay, I'll see what
All right,
strings I
boy.
can pull.
All right,
Get ready.
all right, Dad. See you.
Peace.
All right. Thank you.
Finally, Mr. Norris is back. I haven't heard the Prince's music in a while.
Yeah.
Wondering where he been. I'm glad you unblocked him. That was crazy.
I blocked it.
Where's
Nah.
my music, boy?
Right. I'm glad you unblocked Mr.
You
Norris.
miss hearing that.
He was on a tropic island somewhere, wasn't he?
Where's my theme music, boy?
Yeah, he ain't had no service where he was. He was gone for a whole month. So this is one thing I've noticed. I've kind of this will segue a little bit for Chris. We can always jump back to the Sixers, but one thing about Chris Paul that I've noticed, right? So we know Chris Paul is a wonderful facilitator, correct?
Mm-hmm.
He gets his players involved. He's a dog on defense. He's a leader, but like he's not a scorer, right? You wouldn't call Chris Paul like a big time scorer. Like that's not what he does, right? Would y'all agree with that?
Yeah, he defers more than he scores.
Right. So game 4, when it was sweep time, what did Chris Paul do?
He took over.
He scored, right?
Yeah.
And that's not what he does, right?
Yeah, from the same spot, the right-hand side.
Yeah.
On that pick and roll.
And that's what true floor generals and point guards actually do. Like you wear multiple caps. Like we know Chris Paul's a wonderful defender. He gets his teammates involved. He's a leader,
Man.
and he scores.
Here we
So
go.
I mean, I'm just giving props to Chris Paul.
The way your tone is, I can tell you're
Oh,
having
my.
an undermining kind of, lower jab here. It's fine.
Oh, what's this?
We understand. We get it.
Oh.
We get it.
Chris Paul, year 18, age 36.
I didn't even get into that yet.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine. That's Chris Paul. Like, I
Putting
don't
up
understand.
37.
Okay, that no one is taking that from him. But
Carm,
I'm just tired
you
of
don't-
the.
you don't-
No,
you don't
no,
even-
no,
I'm
no,
giving props
no.
right now.
No.
You don't even know where
No,
I'm
this
going
is not
with
what
this.
we're doing. No, you're not going back to being Ben Simmons' defense attorney.
Please.
We are talking Chris Paul.
yes.
We are talking Phoenix Suns.
But
Yes.
his tone,
we are
what he's trying
talking
to
Los
say.
Suns.
You know
Rally
what
the
his-
Valley.
You know what his tone is saying? Like a point
But-
guard
but-
who always does this, and that, and this is a point guard,
But-
guys.
but-
a true leader,
Carm-
a
Carm-
true
but
floor
Carm,
general.
you're
You
one of
know
my-
what he's trying to
Carm,
say.
You're one of my favorite people, so I'm sorry I got to do this.
Dang. Hold
Once
on.
again, you're listening to 98.5
Is this a thing?
No, 98.5 WJYN, Run It Back Sports Show, Sports for the Culture. Mark, if you want to get a number?
Yeah, the number is 215-763-9596.
That's right. You want to join the discussion? Yeah, there you go. Carm's first time. Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah,
Because what is the dictatorship?
yeah, it is.
Yo, I'm honestly boycotting running
Listen,
back.
I'm sorry.
I'm done.
I'm sorry.
This is not within my contract. My contract does not say
I'm sorry. I'm pulling a Chris Paul. I gotta
my contract does not say you can mute my
I gotta navigate the offense perfectly, so that way the show flows perfectly. Yeah.
Y'all are so annoying. Y'all are so annoying. Y'all need
Yo,
to just,
Chris is off of the boards. Can you do the boards next
y'all
week?
just
I'm
need
done.
listen. I just need y'all to just hug it out. Yeah, you know what I mean, so y'all can be cool. Y'all been going at
Chris
it
is
all
on
show.
another level.
I've been loving it. Like this is great.
These past 2 weeks have been great for me.
Listen,
Man,
this
I've been a Suns fan for 15 years, and 10 of them have been purgatory.
And Chris, I have a question.
Yeah, shoot.
And because now I have people texting me, asking me, what team does
let me
Chris
let me get this
like
straight.
root for?
You got people texting you about me.
Yes.
Oh snap! That's what I'm talking about.
That means something ain't right. Are you a Sixers fan or look? As a grown man, you need to make a decision. Are you? And it's only gotta be one. Are you a Sixers fan or are you a Suns fan?
I'm both.
You need to make a decision. No. You need to choose one.
Here's the thing.
You need to choose
No,
one.
you're right. I am a grown man and I can make my decisions. I'm a Sixer fan throughout my entire life, born and raised. My first game was Allen Iverson against the Supersonics, Gary Payton back in 2001 when my dad took me. I became a Suns fan during the Steve Nash days. And here's the thing. What benefit throughout the past 10 or so years is there a benefit for me being a Phoenix Suns fan?
None.
Exactly. So,
but
Raja
to
Bell was
play,
on your team.
but to play devil's advocate, what benefit do you have from being a Sixers fan the past 10
I
years?
grew up here. Just like there's no benefit for me being an Eagles fan up until 2017. I root for all Philadelphia sports teams because I'm from the city.
Chris, where does your heart really lie? Is your heart really in Philadelphia?
Yes, it is.
Or is it down in the valley?
76ers,
Because I can't tell. Do you see Carm? The people can't see his shirt, but we can.
He has a Devin. I mean, Devin looking good on it.
First
but
of all,
he got a Devin Booker shirt on.
First of all, I told you after they beat the Lakers, I'm like, listen, I'm buying me a Devin Booker shirt.
Devin looks good. I don't blame him.
And here's the major difference. I had zero expectations for the Phoenix Suns. I thought they were going to be a playoff team. I didn't think they were going to be number 2 in the West. Everything about Phoenix, they proved me wrong this year. I didn't think Devin Booker was a guy that'd be able to, play meaningful games, late in the summer.
You let the media hoodwink you.
No, I watch a lot of Suns games, but I didn't think Chris Paul was going to be this good. And not only that, he's healthy. I thought during that first round, I'm like that shoulder. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. We're going to be out of that's perfect. We're going to be out of the first round, and then everybody's going to talk about Chris Paul's shoulder, and he's always hurt. Just like on the Rockets, just like, during his days in the Clippers, those hamstrings gives out, and then his shoulder gives out. And I was wrong about DeAndre Ayton.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, DeAndre Ayton has definitely turned that corner, especially defensively. Mikal Bridges has definitely, molded himself perfectly.
Have I not talked about DeAndre Ayton all year?
Jay Crowder is definitely another free agent veteran acquisition that especially this Phoenix Suns team needed. And Monty Williams has definitely been has been definitely the biggest brightest spots in terms of coaching.
Should be coach of the year, by the way.
Yeah. And honestly, he should have never left here.
Carm's just so mad that I'm a prophet. And all this stuff that I've been speaking about all year.
Oh, hell, Chris.
Has just come in. Yeah, so dumb.
And honestly, it's somewhat kind of refreshing because I watched the Sixers and I watched them give themselves self-inflicting wounds, whether it be the turnovers, Ben Simmons' inability to kind of step up in the offense, Joel Embiid being hurt, and then I watched the Phoenix Suns. There's organization, there's a set rotation there. Devin Booker's getting his, and now Chris Paul for the first time I've seen during a playoff run, because normally he is content with just being a facilitator, doing those pick and roll passes and deferring. He's being aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my question. Sorry, not to cut you off, but so what do you think happened with the Nuggets, Chris, that would cause them not to win one game? I mean, do you think it was the loss of Jamal Murray that really got him, or was Jokic not being aggressive enough? Can he not do everything? Do you think that kind of Aaron Gordon's lack of production hurt them? What do you think was the cause of not to win one game? I'm not surprised that the Suns won the series, but I was surprised that they didn't win one game.
Yeah,
I'm not shocked.
I
never
thought they
that
were going to at least win one.
Yeah, listen, Jamal Murray would have changed a lot in that series.
He would have.
It would have.
I don't think it would have changed the outcome. I don't think
they would have got swept.
They wouldn't have got swept.
That's what I'm saying.
They wouldn't have got swept.
That could have went 7 with Jamal Murray.
That's what I'm saying.
That goes 7. Suns still win because they got the Suns. I'm sorry, Denver has no one on the perimeter who can stop Devin Booker or Chris Paul.
Yeah,
Jamal Murray would have just provided more offense, but he not locking nobody up.
Right.
Yeah, and it's without Jamal Murray, it's they're going to follow the best player in the team, which is Jokic. It's a slower pace.
Yeah.
DeAndre Ayton's defense was instrumental because then, Aaron Gordon's not used to being a number 2 and being in that role.
On a winning team either. Like
Yeah.
he was on the Magic
Yeah.
most of his career.
Neither is Michael Porter Jr., neither is Will Barton or anybody else.
None of those guys. For
Yeah,
the most
none of those
part.
guys are
Austin
built-
Rivers.
None of those guys are built for that moment to adequately replace the loss of Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
So what you saw is what you got. You saw a sweep.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not shocked because I wanted it to happen. I didn't think Joker deserved the MVP at all.
Four.
Oh yeah, the
Sons
sweep.
of
Yeah,
four.
yeah. I didn't.
Listen,
First-
that video was crazy.
First of all, that man is a legend. Second,
Bull.
Devin Booker
he
added
went
him.
and he went to Denver as a Phoenix Suns fan, beat up 2 fans.
No, he didn't know. Truly, it was self-defense. Because you seen the video? You seen the video?
Yeah. I've seen it.
The
Even
guy
still, there,
tried to
he's-
walk away, the Nuggets fan, and then like kind of put his money in his pocket, and then came back and like swung at the ball.
Yeah,
The ball
that's
was
cool.
like, oh, all right.
Yeah, that's cool. No, he still beat 2 people.
No, for
said
sure.
Suns in 4. They got swept, and then Devin Booker looked for him afterwards. He was like, "Yo, can you find me this guy? I need to have a talk with him. I think he's getting like courtside seats to the Western Conference Finals."
Yeah.
They found him on Instagram. He was
Yeah.
on Twitter, like asking, like, who is this man? It's like, whose man? It's like, what's up?
Did you see the what's his name, Josiah King,
Yeah.
whatever? Did you see his meme where it was like when Devin Booker find the ball, it was like, "Yo, how many tickets you need?" And it was a picture of him with throwing up the 4.
He should get courtside seats because that was crazy. He
Yeah.
beat the crap out of ball. Like I was like, wow.
Yeah, they get it popping in the Valley.
He's
Clearly,
like Suns and 4.
they get it popping in the
Rally
Valley.
to
I just wish that.
And mind you, he's in Denver doing this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Denver's a whole
Wins.
different atmosphere, so it's okay.
I bet that shit. Okay, I didn't say it.
Just bleep.
I bet if that bleep went down in Utah, it'd be a whole kind of like
Yeah.
uproar, rampage. It'd be like a malice.
Doesn't
I think
have
no. Even though Chris has been my favorite person today, I will say that Chris does.
I'm not your favorite person today,
I mean, you cut off my mic a couple times, and I was just making valid points.
and I'll
and
do it
speaking.
again.
And here's the thing: this is a dictatorship, and this is honestly, crimes against women right now. I'm just
Wow.
saying that. Yeah.
Wow.
Period.
That's
Because you don't do
crazy.
that to Mark when he talks smack, but you do it to me.
Yeah, I have actually.
No. Anyways, so
You
I'm
just
gonna-
don't want to believe.
I'm gonna defend you, even though you've been doing me dirty today. I'll defend you and say
Crazy.
that Chris
Wow.
he does talk about the Sixers with a lot of joy in his heart.
Are you
especially
sure
when he
it's the
talks about
Sixers or Korkmaz?
the Sixers? He loves the Sixers and Korkmaz.
I picked them to win the
He just gets
championship.
a kick out of talking about Korkmaz, just like a little joke he has.
I think he
But-
really likes Korkmaz.
No, he does, but I think it's just like a running joke in his head, like Korkmaz, man.
Listen, I do. I just like seeing your reaction every
Yeah,
single
it's a running joke. But
I don't
he
even
does it
give
in
you any
Sixers
reaction. I just be like he's a bum. I don't understand anything.
But
I was
let me
like,
say
he
that-
stinks.
Jokic getting ejected, that was bullcrap. I don't feel like that should have happened in a this is an elimination game.
Yeah.
How you gonna eject the best player on the Nuggets and he just got the MVP of the league? Yeah, of course, no one gets special treatment, but it's not like what's his name? What's his name? Who got hurt? I mean, who got the tech? I mean, the one that was on the floor. Payne.
Yeah.
It's not like Payne
Oh,
was
okay.
like, going for the dunk and Jokic like slammed him to the ground. And you know what I mean? Like it was just kind of like a slap. Like, and Payne sold it. So I feel like to eject him, that was super soft.
Yeah, that's nutty. I've had like harder fouls on the street ball court.
Right. Like just because he was selling it, like this is an elimination game and it's at home. Like you're gonna eject them,
I mean, they still had no chance, but yeah.
but still,
I don't think he was selling. I think he really got hit in the face.
he might have. But that happens all the time in the game. Jokic gets elbowed,
Like, he got-
things like that
Like
happen.
he legitimately got hit in the face. But I call it flagrant 2. No, I would just call it a technical foul and just move on.
Right. But to eject him for that,
No, I'm not disagreeing with the flagrant 2. I'm just saying that call it a technical and just move on.
I'm surprised you aren't because that just helped your Suns get to the Western Conference Finals.
We kept the Suns kept them at arm's length throughout the entire game, so I don't think Jokic's ejection really did that much. Not to mention they went on a late run to try to close the game out anyway. So.
Y'all lucky his brothers didn't get on the court because they look like they rock.
I love that. I was like, okay,
Look
look
like
at his
they
brother.
look like
They're
they
getting
get
crazy.
they all 7'3". That's scary. They look like they all get down. They look like they really from the streets, and they told Jokic like you're playing basketball, like you're not built for what we
I
do.
just kind of
Oh,
wondered.
yeah, we got an international agent on our team too. His name's Dario Sarge.
Come on, bro.
Looking and run that court.
Oh my god. Come on,
Uh,
God.
It just kind of
The
surprises
bums,
me
man. The obsession with the bums.
how Jokic has his hair. You know, how Jokic has kind of like the buzz cut. The
Oh
low
god,
cut.
that bothers me.
Yeah, and his
Yeah.
brothers have like nice hair and like nice cuts, and Jokic has that
No.
ugly behind, like whatever that is.
Now I just realized Dario Sarge is in the conference finals before anybody else on the Sixers.
Oh God, here we go.
That just bothers me.
yeah. Did we make a mistake giving up Dario?
No,
Nah.
Okay, the homie. Don't forget about the homie.
I don't miss Dario, but
The homie.
I wish we could have got Miles Bridges, but hey, that's neither here nor there.
That's cool.
Yeah,
All
both
we can do is just,
both those guys make their free throws.
at this
so.
point, all we can do is just hope that Ben Simmons turns into the superstar that everyone says he is.
I mean, that's
And-
all we
and
can hope
helps.
for at this point because
And
it's like
provide.
again, the team is the team. So all we can do is just hope that our guys just get it together.
It's so wild. This window has never been so open. Like
But it's
literally,
still
look
open. It's
at the
definitely still
teams
open.
that are left. We will smoke all of them, especially Brooklyn right now at the current state that they're in. I'm not even worried about Brooklyn. I'm not worried about Milwaukee. I'm not worried about Utah.
Yeah.
I
Clippers.
think Harden's gonna play tonight.
He's playing. They already said he's playing tonight.
But
I
yeah,
knew that
I'm-
was gonna happen.
Yeah,
But-
I
but
mean, you
I'm-
gotta bring out your guns.
Yeah, but I'm not concerned about that at all because
I'm not. If they don't have all three,
No.
I'm not concerned.
because the issues about both those guys is that Harden has a messed up thigh and Irving has a messed up ankle. Two of the injuries that you can easily re-injure.
Easily.
Yeah.
But I
And
mean, we got
and-
Joel doing the same thing now.
Yeah, that's true. But
So
my thing is that we already saw how Anthony Davis coming back way too soon
mhm.
coming out of that, and then
Didn't Anthony AD have a hamstring too?
yes,
Yeah,
Okay.
those stink.
Yeah.
The one
Yeah.
thing that kind of frustrate me though, because when I was watching the game, I was at the bar or whatever, and then the Milwaukee.
Okay, what bar were you at?
Oh, the one at my house.
Oh, at the
The clubby. The
clubhouse.
Yeah. So I was watching it in there briefly, and then I just saw like it was the Milwaukee Brooklyn game, and then when Kyrie went down, people in there start cheering, and I'm like, all right, come on, yo. Like at the end of the day, this guy's still a human being. So I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
I'm not
cheer.
doing-
I'm not
yeah.
gonna cheer over someone's injury.
Yeah,
like
no,
that's messed up.
yeah, no, that's corny because when we saw Atlanta, cheer after Joel Embiid grabbed his knee,
Yeah.
we all wanted to play, morality police and all.
Yeah, like come on. Even in the finals when KD hurt his Achilles
Yeah.
and the Toronto fans are just going insane. Like that's not it.
Yeah.
And then what did Big Baby Davis say? He said, "Oh, that's the same ankle
Oh, yeah,
that you
that's-
stomped Lucky with." Like, come on, bruh.
Well,
I mean,
his,
listen,
his nickname is aptly appropriate though.
Mm.
he called a spade a spade. I mean, I'm not saying it's right, but since he was in the league, I don't know how that dynamic is amongst them, like the disrespect kind of thing, and you know what I mean. I don't know how that works. We don't know how that is. We're not players.
No, this is
Nah,
why,
still, they're a fraternity. They're a brotherhood.
Are they?
Yeah. I mean, they pass around girls, so of course they're a fraternity.
Great.
Anywho, I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Didn't mean to get into that one. I've been seeing this thing where I guess there's a Kendall Jenner list and there's a picture of Devin Booker, Blake Griffin, Ben Simmons, Kuzma, whatever. And then like Devin Booker's face is the only one in color right now. It's like, oh, he's the only one who made the Western Conference Finals out of the Kendall Jenner lineup so far.
I think Devin really likes Kendall. That's what
I mean,
think.
she's all right. She cool.
she's pretty,
Yeah.
but I mean, I feel like he needs to get him like some. I think he needs like a regular chick. That's what I think.
He need like a little flavor.
Yeah,
Little,
yeah. Like you know what I mean, like a mommy or the black
You know
girl,
what I mean?
whoever. You know what I'm
Mommy.
saying?
like a Native
Yeah, or
American
Native
Puerto
American
Rican girl.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You know
who
what I'm
do the salsa classes throughout the week?
Exactly. Little flavor.
Oh, okay,
you know?
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then can like kind of get down. Like I see he's very close to his sister, his mom, his family. Someone
Family
who can.
Oh,
oriented.
yeah. Someone
Yeah.
to bring home to the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like Kendall, you know what I'm saying? She's
Got
just
you.
she's on her own little plane. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
She's beautiful, but she's she's
She got her own money.
She got her own itch going on.
But anyway, you wouldn't be like describing yourself, would you?
I mean, listen, I ain't toot my own horn. No, I'm kidding. No, seriously though. Good luck to them.
Mm.
Great.
Mm.
Sounds good. Jason Tatum. No, I'm kidding. All right. Anyways, so
Tony got a kid.
Jason Tatum has
They
a
don't
son.
care. You know they don't care.
No,
They,
listen.
they love a little baby mama drama.
No, I don't.
They
And
love
not at all.
Just a little bit.
Oh,
Not at
snap.
all.
It's fun for them. It's exciting.
Oh,
Not at
snap.
all.
Like,
Oh,
oh, he-
snap, Carl. Let me find out. Putting in that stepmom application.
No.
Oh,
Listen, if someone has one child, that's one thing. More than one child, that's another completely different story.
Well, all right. So questions. We're just gonna go off topic for a bit. So like,
Because
say,
that's what we do.
yeah, that's what we do here. Because this is not just sports. We
For the
everything.
culture.
We're cool.
So say hypothetically, right? This is for the room. So say
For the
you're
Remy and Chris. Okay.
right. So say hypothetically you're dating someone, correct?
Okay.
And they have a newborn child, maybe, I don't know, let's say 1 to 2 years old. Okay. Like, are you still going to pursue that person possibly? Or are there going to be some red flags?
How long do I know this person before she had the child, or
That's a very good question. Let's say you don't. This isn't me, by the way. I'm just throwing questions out.
Okay. I didn't know you was doing a little projection.
Yeah, I just want to see. I just want to hear people's thoughts.
Honestly, if you vibe with her, it doesn't really matter. If you guys are hitting it off right and you guys really like each other, I mean, that's still a conversation that still needs to be had, because when you're dating a person, sure, the first few months feeling each other out, yeah, that's cool and all, but in the end, you have to factor in that you're more than likely, no, not more than likely, you are going to be included into that child's life if you guys get serious.
Right.
I've been there before. I've seen it before with my mom and my stepdad. Yeah, because I was around like 11 during the time, and my sister was just born, so she was like 2 years old.
Right.
And when he gave me, and they were dating for a while, so when he told me the news that he was going to move in with us, like, I was happy.
Right.
So I'm just like, listen, I've seen my mom date. Obviously, my mom and my dad's not getting mad together. So seeing, just having another father figure into that house, not only just for me, but the fact that my mom is going to be happy,
right,
that warms my heart.
Okay, all right, that's okay.
It's a little more personal.
So no red flags for you.
Nah,
that's okay. Okay, how about you, Carb?
I mean, for a girl dating a guy that has a child that's 1 or 2, coming from a girl's perspective of like being like, all right, say you're a girl, you have a kid that's 1 or 2, but it just depends on the situation with the dad. So sometimes you can have a baby with somebody and it's like things are kind of over anyway, but you just so happen to get pregnant at the end of it all, and then you have the baby, and then you got a co-parent. Like sometimes you might have a relationship with someone and then you end up having that baby like at the end, and then it's just you got to deal with it. You know what I mean? It just happens. So if that's the case, then if I come into this, he comes to the situation and he understands that it really is over between me and the father of my child, then it's like, if like Chris says, if it works and we're vibing and it's the right thing, then it's going to work. But if you come in, so say I meet a guy, he has a kid that's 2. Of course, in my mind, I'm going to be like, what's the situation with the mom? Because that's a young child. But it could be a situation, like I said, where they're done and the baby just kind of happens. Because that happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or I could be like, I had to see as we're dating how they are with each other. Like, how is he in terms of like dealing with them and dealing with me? Like, does he include me?
Who's priority out of you two?
Well, no. I'm not expecting to be the number one priority in terms of like over his child.
No.
His
I'm
child's
talking
gonna be
about
number
over
one.
the baby mom, you, not the child.
It's not about, of course. Like she can't be the priority no more, because here's what you got to understand. When you have a baby with somebody, whether you hate them or not, you got to care about them in some aspect because they're caring for your child.
Right.
So you can't disrespect them and be crazy to them if you want like a good, situation for your kid. So I don't expect him to treat his baby mom like crap. I expect him to get along with her, but I do expect to be included and be in the know about what is going on with like talking to her and kind of decisions. Like I want to know, like, not saying I got to have input because that's not my kid and we're not married yet, but I want to know what is going on. You're informing me of like the steps you're taking and just kind of keep me in the loop. Then I feel like it's not a secret. You're not stepping behind my back, being sneaky. You let me know everything. And then I'm comfortable because I know no matter what, you have to deal with this woman. And if I know that from the rip, I can't be mad because you have this kid.
Yeah.
But I just need to see how that relationship is, like, in how you include me and how you treat me with that. Because if you're being weird about it, you're kind of holding back. You don't want me this and that. To me, that tells me you're still kind of holding out for her. So it all depends on how you treat me with the situation and including me.
Yeah, you're right. I agree for the most part.
Yeah, but for me, if the girl has multiple kids with multiple different baby dads, I'm not touching that.
Run for cover.
Yeah.
Things happen, though.
Yeah, 98.5 WJYM, right about sports. Yeah. Hey, Warren, what's going on?
Hey, Warren.
Hey,
what up, Warren G?
I just want to go by record by saying you guys should be at home with a sweep right now instead of it being a 6-game series right now. I'm thoroughly disappointed how you guys executed down the stretch. Atlanta should not have 2 wins right now. Especially last night. I was mad for y'all. I don't know how that happened last night.
I know exactly how it happened last night.
Well,
Tobias Harris and Ben Simmons were no-shows. That's how it happened. And Doc kept forcing it to Embiid.
Yeah, the only person I can't really blame is Joel Embiid.
Yep.
Yeah, he was 0 for 12, but he had a bad knee. I can forgive that. He's delivered the entire playoffs. I can forgive his bad performance.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons is taking one shot in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Unacceptable.
I love everyone on my
Very-
side.
We
today.
I
agree.
don't know what Shake Good was thinking. Like I just.
Thank you, Warren.
But,
Thank you,
Stop.
Warren. Appreciate you. Appreciate your input.
But of course, y'all watching the Milwaukee Bucks though, right? Y'all see how they to show y'all that they ain't no bum. You know, they go win tonight with a gimpy James Harden, and then they go wrap up the series in 6.
Oh, they not winning
And then
tonight.
everybody's gonna be like, "Well, Brooklyn was hurt."
They're not winning tonight. They're not winning tonight.
I put money on. I put
Ooh, go
money
ahead,
on
Warren.
the fact that
Ooh.
Milwaukee would
Go
win
ahead,
tonight.
Warren.
Oh, I mean, hey,
I
we'll,
put-
we'll see.
Go ahead, Mark.
I
Bet
bet.
Warren, man.
I'm not betting more. No, I need to be in person so we can shake on it. No, I'm not betting.
You know, I bet money because, yeah, James Harden's playing, but James Harden also has a bad hamstring. So I see him as more of a decoy than an actual offensive weapon.
True. He's probably just going to 100% facilitate. He'll shoot if he's open, but I don't.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, no. James Harden is going to dribble, step back, shoot a 3.
Buckets.
Dribble, step back, shoot a 3.
Buckets.
I don't see James Harden going to the line hardly at all.
Kevin Durant having a big game.
He has to.
Oh, Durant's going to have a big game. Durant is going to have a big game and lose. PJ Tucker is going to be on him. They're going to throw Middleton on him. They're going to throw Giannis on him. PJ Tucker has been putting that man in the torture chamber all series. So,
Yeah, Mark.
No, he hasn't.
He's not wrong.
He is.
Oh,
no,
I
he
mean,
has
he
though,
was
Mark.
last
Have you
year.
seen the
I was trying to
percentages?
think-
I've seen
Oh,
them.
he had
Those are
16 in the
freaking made up Ben
He had
Simmons
16
percentages.
in
I've
the
seen them
third.
all year.
What are you
With-
talking about?
Those are
He had
made up.
16 in the third with PJ Tucker on the bench.
Go ahead, Warren.
You know, I love KD. I think KD's excellent. But, I don't know. You're asking KD to basically do the most, which is something he wasn't trying to do in the last 5 years.
I mean, that's what they ask of LeBron. I mean, since now KD is anointed the best player in the planet, why not?
And LeBron, Kevin Durant, on his best day, is nowhere near the facilitator and playmaker LeBron is.
No, they're two different players. Come on now. We know that.
They is, but KD also has to, but KD's a scorer.
Mhm.
He is that offense. And if I'm Kevin Durant, I'm looking in my mind, I got to go for 45, 50 tonight. I'm
He
not
got
expecting
to.
Harden to be really productive. I'm not even expecting Harden to really be out there that long. Because I just, like I've always been saying for Brooklyn all season, how healthy will they be? Kyrie's probably going to miss the rest of the series. You have James Harden, who they said yesterday wasn't even going to play Game 5.
He's playing today. They said he's playing today.
Oh, I know, but I'm saying with a bad hamstring, the same hamstring that he's missed like 25 games altogether with, it's just kind of a recipe for disaster for this Brooklyn team right now. And like I'm thankful KD's been healthy, but who's to say about him? And I'm not even trying to slander Brooklyn. Brooklyn's just a mess on the health. What's up with Blake Griffin? Have they said anything about him?
Yeah, he didn't play like that whole half that third quarter of that game. He didn't play like at all, and he was doing good before they sat him. So I don't know. You heard anything, Mark, Chris?
Yeah.
I haven't been checking for them, to be honest. I'm just
Oh,
hoping.
you're
I'm
not
just.
checking for them?
That's not my team. I'm a James Harden fan.
But I'm gonna leave you alone about the Brooklyn thing. Philadelphia should close this series out in 6. They got more Bucks to win in the series. The Clippers should win. Of course, Phoenix is going in the Western Conference Finals. You know, I thought Jokic getting ejected was egregious, but whatever. Get your ratings.
Yeah.
I agree.
But I do have a question for you, Chris and Mark. Was that takeover not the weakest one in a long time?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't watched NXT in weeks. Actually, no,
Oh,
I haven't watched them since they moved to Tuesdays. I know it happened, but I did not peep at all. I honestly didn't see it.
Man, it was by far the weakest takeover I've seen in like 4 or 5 years.
No,
Sheesh.
I know why you feel that way because you're not a fan of Karrion Kross. That's why.
He seems like a main roster wrestler, not an NXT
He
wrestler.
literally said it during his press conference. I don't plan on staying on NXT forever because he already knows that. Yeah, I'm here to NXT for a couple months, and I'm going to start to the main roster. That's my goal.
Yeah.
But I am
Everything Vince is looking for in a wrestler, and I think watching the match, and the match was bang, but it also exposed, Killian Cross, you can't have no long matches for real, buddy.
Yeah.
Because they threw him through a door, they powerbombed him through a table, and they let everybody else wrestle for 20 minutes, and then he comes in, cleans house.
Yeah, that's the old Brock Lesnar triple threat match formula.
Except Brock Lesnar is a great worker. It's different.
Yeah, but it was the same. Like, Brock they would beat him up and then put him to a table, then they'd carry him off on a stretcher, then he'd come back and win the match. It's a similar formula.
Yeah. At least I could believe. At least Brock Lesnar to me had more credibility. He was UFC World Champion and the highest draw.
That's very
so
fair.
It's like I can forgive people like City Brock incarnation because at least I know he can. I know the old Brock could deliver. But Cross, I don't know. It just I try to give him a fighting chance. I try to give him a chance. I'm like, you're built strong, you're good, but you're just not my cup of tea. And you beat a black man for a title, and that never sits well with me.
I hear that.
Yeah, that's true.
I definitely hear that. He'll probably get called up after SummerSlam. I wouldn't be shocked if he drops the belt like that weekend or something. But if they're gonna do it, they got to do it right, man. WWE is just too stale and predictable. Like, if you're gonna keep him a powerhouse, you got to have him come up and wreck a top guy, because right now the champions, Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns, they don't have anyone that are beatable that can take the belt off of them. Like, right now they got Roman Reigns about to fight Rey Mysterio in Hell in a Cell. Like, are you kidding me? Nah, we good, bro.
That match should last 5 minutes flat.
It's going to be like a beatdown for 20 because Roman actually works.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Roman Reigns. Yeah. Hi, I'm Roman Reigns. I'm going to choke you and talk to the camera and say, I'm great. I'm going to talk about... I just wish Roman would stop doing the monotone during the matches. That it's kind of gotten old now.
Oh, come on. Don't be a hater. He's the hottest thing in wrestling.
Are you
Don't be a hater.
disrespecting the tribal
Right,
chief?
yeah. Don't talk about my tribal chief like that, bro.
How dare you?
Well,
did you acknowledge him when you woke up this morning?
Acknowledge him more.
I mean, he's not even the best member of the Shield. But
Oh my gosh.
never. But
Acknowledge
that's not
him
here.
more.
Right, acknowledge him. He's mad.
Y'all
Like,
are-
I love Roman.
all you gotta do is acknowledge him, and you're good.
I hate that he just has no credible opponent.
It's not his fault.
He beat everybody. Like, he beat everybody, and they're trying to get Dwayne and John to come out of acting to fight him to lose. Like, what's the point?
That's just a money grab.
Yeah, the SummerSlam's going to be
Yeah.
in Vegas. It's going to be on
It's a
Saturday.
Major money grab.
So,
I
like,
would love to do that.
yeah.
It's the day after my birthday.
All right, Warren.
Did you guys see my quarterback in his new uniform,
Oh,
Justin Fields, my starting quarterback?
yeah, Andy
I'll
Dalton.
acknowledge Andy Dalton. I'll acknowledge Roman Reigns as the tribal chief before I acknowledge Andy Dalton as my quarterback.
Jeez, that stinks.
Yeah, Warren, one last thing before we let you go. So earlier we were talking about Carmen's fan club, and Carmen's been looking for a president.
Shut
Would
up.
you be willing
He
to
does not care about
spearhead
anything
that?
about my fan club. Stop it.
I mean, I wasn't. I don't know if I was including her list of light skins. You know, I should be like, I should be like
Lauren,
second or third up
stop
here.
it.
You know, I'm just saying. You know,
Acknowledge
like Mark
him,
told
Carmen.
me, he always say shoot like Steph, so that's what I'm doing.
Yo, I'm done.
Dang.
I'm done, Chris. Stop it.
Oh man.
Listen, man. Listen, it's the summer. Everybody
So,
vaccinated.
before- I
It's trying
have
to
a
be the summer of
question
love.
before I let you guys get off.
All right.
Are you expecting any All NBA surprises?
No.
No.
Everything's been
So you-
predictable this year. It's like a script, to be honest. Everything feels like a script.
I didn't expect you guys to have 3 All NBA defensive players.
I didn't expect Embiid
Yeah.
though.
What do you mean? You didn't expect him to make off of the defensive team?
Yeah, because of the game. No, the amount of games he missed. I thought they were going to be like, yeah.
Ben Simmons and Matisse aren't the defensive players they are without him. If we're being technical.
yeah, like Joel Embiid missing all them games. I thought they were gonna give it. Like when I saw Bam and Embiid, I was actually shocked. I didn't think that they would. I thought they was just gonna let Bam be the second center and have Gobert be the first center. I didn't expect they called Bam a forward in that instance. But I mean, you guys have been great defensively. So I mean, kudos to you. I just wasn't expecting all three of them to be all NBA defensive players.
Yeah.
But this was fun. I just got off work. I'm gonna get situated. I appreciate always calling in.
We
guys are
appreciate
awesome.
you, Warren.
Yeah, Warren, thanks for calling in.
Of course.
You got
And
to
Mark
come
can
to the
have
city
a- they'll
sometime.
blow a gasket about Corky.
I'm
Corky's gonna
good.
get it together.
I'm good. I'm not worried about Cork.
No,
Mavs.
it's more so Carmen today than Mark.
I'm in great spirits today. Everyone's on my side today. I love it. It's great
I'll see Philly in 6.
Hey,
at this
All right.
point.
thanks,
All right,
Warren.
Warren, take care, man.
No problem.
Peace.
Peace.
Bye.
Chris, real quick, could you pull up the first three teams, the all defense, first three teams again,
Okay.
if you don't mind? And then after that, we'll segue to the hottest on the streets, you know, Carm's Corner.
Carm's Corner.
You know what I mean? Seg right into that.
Yeah, and once again, you're listening to 98.5 WJYM Running Back Sports Show. If you want to call, you want to get that call number, Mark?
Carm, you want to give the call number?
215-763-9596.
See, this is a great day. Everybody just on my side. I love it.
Listen,
I love it when people are on my side today. It's just great. It's not bad on this side. We be vibing on this side.
Everything's in harmony in Chris's world today. I mean Mark's.
Yes. It's beautiful.
Me and Chris, like, when are me and Chris ever like disagreeing?
And I love it.
And now Mark is the one that's neutral. Usually Chris is just like, come on, guys.
Yeah. Come on, guys.
NBA
Go down, guys.
NBA first all defensive team: Rudy Gobert, Ben Simmons, Draymond Green, Drew Holiday, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Okay, that's
Second
not bad.
team: Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, Matisse Thybulle, Joel Embiid, and Kawhi Leonard.
Okay, it's not bad. And what's the third team?
It's only two teams.
Oh, they only do two. Oh, okay, I'm not mad at that at all because I remember earlier in the year when we were having arguments about defense, guys who play defense. I always say like no more than like 20 guys play defense, and that's like half of the 20 that we've mentioned at the beginning of the year. So I mean, I'm not mad at it at all. I don't care of the order, but those are probably literally the only 10 that play defense for real. I mean, well, can't forget about PJ Tucker. You guys are obsessed with him for some odd reason.
I'm not. I like your sneakers. That's it.
Yeah. Chris, can you cue up some J-Lo real quick?
Let me get my J-Lo, Christopher.
Did we do?
I don't know. Does she deserve it today?
Have we done?
I always deserve my flowers.
Have we done I'm Real? Can we get I'm Real with J-Lo and Ja? Is that J-Lo and Ja Rule?
Yes.
I'm Real.
Well, there's two versions: the original.
Where you walk,
and then the
where
remix.
you talk.
All right.
Cause I'm real.
And now, Carm's Corner.
Highly
Hey.
anticipated, long awaited.
Hey.
Everybody put your hands together, make some noise.
All right, everyone. Welcome to Carm's Corner. Back again. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you do not know, Carm's Corner is a time where me, Carm, I talk about things going on in the world that I think are great or popping or people just doing, cool things. I usually talk about women, not all the time, but usually. So this week for Carm's Corner, I'm going to talk about a woman that honestly, she made me interested in the WNBA when I didn't really know anything about the WNBA and I was just an NBA fan. Her name is Skylar Diggins Smith. Okay,
Mhm.
many of you might know who that is.
Oh, of course.
Okay, and she is a part of the Phoenix Mercury, the women's WNBA team for Phoenix, Arizona. We all know about the Suns. Chris is a fan, so I think Chris will like this one. All right, so she's been in the news lately because she had recently a Twitter beef with Jasmine Jones from the New York Liberty. Because if y'all didn't see the highlight where Skylar came down the floor and she kind of did a move where she like switched hands and kind of like, just cut up on this girl and got a basket on this chick on the Liberty. And Jasmine Jones didn't like that. And she's like, yo, what's up with them showing the highlight of this? What about this girl from my team? I think her name was like Bria, something like that. And then Skylar's like, shut the F up.
The bleep.
Yeah, shut the bleep up. And she's like, you mad because they're playing a clip? We got a call?
In the middle of
No.
Carm's Corner?
Yeah, okay, bet.
Oh.
So she's like, you're mad because they playing that clip, but don't be mad at your organization because they only focus on one player, which I was like, whoop, skirt, skirt. And apparently WNBA Twitter was going nuts because everyone's like, yo, there's beef. And, you know, it was just whole thing. And honestly, Liz, our baby girl Liz, who I talked about last Karma's Corner, chimed in and said, finally, there's drama that doesn't involve me, which I thought was funny. So that's kind of what she's been in the news for as of recent. But Skylar, she's done a lot in her career as a basketball player. So she was born in August, another August baby, Mark.
Yup.
August 2nd, 1990. She's
Leo,
5.
stand up.
Yep.
You're not Leo though.
I'm a Leo and a Virgo. I'm on the cusp. She's 5'9", okay, a guard, 7 years pro. She's from South Indiana. She's a Midwest girl. She went to Notre Dame. She was drafted number 3 in the 2013 WNBA draft by the Tulsa Shock, now the Dallas Wings. Okay, so she averaged in 2020 17 points, 4.2 assists, and 3.3 rebounds, and she averaged over 30 minutes per game. Now, her biggest things that she got going on right now, first and foremost, she was traded to the Phoenix Mercury in 2020 from the Dallas Wings. Okay, and she actually played the entire 2018 season pregnant, was an all-star that season, led the league top 3 to 5 in minutes per game, and told nobody she was pregnant.
That's insane.
So, like, she
Big
played an
shouts out.
entire season. Of course, the season isn't as long as the men's, but it's still, she played an entire WNBA season, didn't tell anybody, and then sat out the 2019 season to kind of, like, you know, get her son, you know, on his feet, you know, being a newborn.
I knew she played a bit pregnant, but I didn't know it was the whole season.
Yeah, she played the whole season. And
Hold on, I'm sorry. What were her stats that season?
like she
Yeah.
was so basically I just read her tweet on it. She said she was an all-star and she led the league in minutes per game that season.
That's incredible.
So she obviously was putting up numbers to be an all-star. Now, she said that she didn't receive a lot of support from the league. People called her a quitter because she took a couple months kind of like for like a mental health thing after her son was born. And then when she took off because, you know, to kind of raise him that first year. But which I think is crazy because the WNBA, is that what we got a call? No? Okay. So the WNBA is
98.5 WJYM Running Back Sports. Hello?
Hey, yo, next person who interrupt Karma's Corner, we going to have to fill
man.
in.
The disrespect is crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, call back after Karma's Corner.
Exactly. You hear me.
For
Y'all
real.
hear me.
Like,
No,
for
for
real.
Y'all hear me.
For real.
Your
All right.
audacity.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Anyways,
Go ahead.
so Skylar said she didn't receive a lot of support from her organization during her pregnancy and after the fact, which I think was crazy because obviously the WNBA is a league full of women and women obviously give birth and, you know, keep humanity going. So it's kind of funny that, you know, they're not having, you know, more support or more, you know, understanding of this. But again, they are professional athletes and no one asks athletes about their personal lives, just play the sport. So it's kind of like that double caveat on that.
Yes.
Now let's get down to the stats though. So she in her high school, she finished her high school career with 2,790 career points. She's the third highest girls scoring leader in Indiana history. So in the entire state of Indiana, she's the third time leading scorer. In Notre Dame, she's the all-time leading scorer in steals and ranked second to 2 in assists. She's the all-time leader in steals, free throws, made and attempted, games started, minutes played at Notre Dame. And a big interesting fact I found out about her is she's a two-time Nancy. Hold on, look at this mic. She's a two-time Nancy Lieberman Award winner as a nation's top guard, and she won it in 2012 and 2013. She's the third player in history to win an award twice. The only other players to win that award twice were Sue Bird and Diana Taurasi. So she's like in really, really, really big company in terms of WNBA legends. Now, besides that, she's a 4-time WNBA All-Star. She was All-Star in 2018, 2017, 2015, 2014. She's a 2-time All-NBA WNBA team member. She's an Olympic gold medalist. In 2014, she was a WNBA Most Improved Player. And in 2013, she was a WNBA All-Rookie Team. And she's the third player in WNBA history to average at least 17 points and 6 assists per game in a season. And that happened in 2018. Now, the only two other people to do that were Diana Taurasi in 2013 and Candace Parker in 2015. So again, in an elite group with that. Now, besides that, she has some endorsements. She has endorsements with Puma and Body Armor, and she's big on, you know, her philanthropic pursuits. She sits on the board of the Gen Youth Foundation. The Gen Youth Foundation identifies solutions to improve nutrition and physical activity and impacts kids' lives. So she sits on the board for that. She founded an organization called Schuyler Scholars, and it rewards academic achievements of students who overcome challenges in school. So she has her own little foundation for, young kids who get, kind of go through adversities, and she, donates money to them. She's a part of the Boys and Girls Club. She's active in that. And in 2015, she did do, I don't think it's still active because on her website, I didn't see it like as of recent, but in 2015, she did Shoot for the Sky camp tour where she went around the whole entire United States for boys and girls. And she kind of just traveled, and it's like a little mini camp. And she gave a positive basketball experience to boys and girls in different communities. And that's something I thought was really interesting. She got the Dawn Staley Community Leadership Award. And that's dedicated to charitable efforts and community while reflecting spirit, leadership, and love for the game. And something that Dawn Staley exemplifies, and she won that award, which I thought was cool because Dawn obviously is a Philly native. So I thought it was cool that she won that award. And besides that, she's a mama. She has a son. She was married to Daniel Smith in 2017. He played football at Notre Dame. And to get to the money, she's just signed a 4-year contract, which is crazy that this is how much that's all she's making. She's only making $899,480,000
over the 4 years.
over 4 years. So her annual salary is $224,870.
I mean, that's better than what they used to get.
It is. But I'm
Sheesh.
saying, like, you would think she would at least be cutting $1 million. Like, she's Skylar Diggins. Like, if you think about the WNBA and the names, like, you think of Della Don, you think of Taurasi, you think of Sue Bird, but you think of Skylar too. Like, you think of Skylar's name because she got the look. And it's like for her not even to be cutting $1 million with her endorsements, that's crazy.
Listen, I think that's a major step up. Remember, these women were playing overseas because they were making the same money here in the WNBA where they could have been doing like an office job.
No, I agree 1,000%. But what I'm saying is, I think that bar needs to be raised in terms of with women and their endorsements and their salaries.
Oh, no, I agree.
And once the WNBA starts to get more traction and starts to actually be coupled with the NBA in terms of promotions and marketing, then I think the WNBA will see a jump in their salaries because of the profitability of the WNBA. The WNBA has to start making profits for people like Skylar Diggins, Diana, Sue, and all of them to start making like the money the NBA players are making. Because here's the thing, just like with the games, just to say this, the games, so say you have like an NBA game and it's not like the local game, right? Usually you can catch a game on ESPN on TNT just on a regular night, right? Tuesday night basketball, Thursday night basketball, right?
Yeah.
WNBA, if it's not like a big game on ESPN, it's going to be on League Pass or WNBA League Pass, or it's going to be on whatever the other thing is. So it's like they need to just be having nationally televised games all the time, just like the NBA.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if it's a slow, even regardless, they should have at least one game playing alongside before or after an NBA game. Why not?
I mean, I hear your argument.
Because that will bring revenue and money to WNBA because people are going to watch them and see them more. No one's going to be checking for them on League Pass.
No,
like you have to actually.
Except, free will. Free will check them on League Pass.
But you know what I mean? So it's like you have to have a intention of wanting to see them to get WNBA League Pass.
Yeah.
So it's like to get them on a national level and keep them there, that's what's going to get people interested in watching them.
I also think the game needs to be better because I was watching a game over the weekend. It was a little sloppy. The game does need to improve and get better as well, though. I think that's going to help. So, but when I say that,
what do you mean sloppy?
Like it was just it was sloppy, like turnovers, missed layups.
But who doesn't have turnovers and missed layups?
Oh no, I know that. I'm just saying.
There was plenty of that last night.
Oh, of course. I'm just saying it was like too sloppy for me. That's all.
So just watch a Wizards game.
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
Well, then so then what's the difference? I mean, I see what you're saying, but
it felt like.
What teams you're playing?
My young girl. I had to support my shorty for Indiana.
So you watched an Indiana game versus who?
I forgot, but I had
I
had to support.
They're not one of the better teams in the league, just to say.
All right, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
By the way, I got a new boo.
I just want to finish my Carmen's Corner.
I'm sorry.
Just to end the Carmen's Corner. So my Carmen's Corner obviously is about Skylar Diggins. I definitely respect her. She's a mother. She is around my age. So, she's definitely someone who's having longevity within the league. She's broken records. She's in leagues with like some of the all-time greats in the WNBA. And I feel like she took priority for her kid. And that's kind of a hard decision to make, especially with the WNBA being what it is. And kind of like there's not only certain spots. I definitely give her kudos for that. And she's a baddie, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Skylar Diggins. Keep it up. Keep being a good example, for moms, for, us minority women. And I definitely see you. And I've been watching you. So just keep it up for Skylar Diggins. So that's my Carm's Corner.
All right. Nice. Give it up for Carm. Ladies and gentlemen. Poetry snaps.
Thanks, people. Thank you.
Poetry snaps. Long awaited, highly anticipated.
And that's another edition of Carm's Corner. Tune in
Yep.
Next week.
Mm-hmm.
And now, the moment that we all been waiting
Wait,
for.
hold on real quick. Can I tell you about my little boo real quick?
Your boo?
Dejanay Carrington.
I've been told you she was popping.
I ain't know. I seen her Instagram this
oh.
morning.
Oh, she plays the Connecticut Sun.
She is bad.
Yeah.
I seen her IG
She's
this morning.
nice.
I said, whoa there.
She played for Baylor and she played for Stanford
I
too.
know. I peeped.
Yeah, she's nice.
Yeah, she tough. So I got another little,
Dejanay Carrington.
another little boo I'm be watching out for. So far I got Shorty
Kaiser.
from Indiana. Yeah, Kaiser, Taya Cooper. What's her name? Dejanay Carrington.
What about Liz?
Oh, of course, Liz. Liz, my boo. So I got one more roster spot for my WNBA women. One more. I might give it to what's her name? Chene Ogle something. She be on ESPN sometimes. She played for
yeah,
she
yeah.
played for Sparks
Yeah.
too.
The Spark. Yeah. Shanae,
I love
yeah.
her skin is amazing.
Yeah.
Like her skin is just,
Is that the rookie? Or is that the other girl?
nah, she a vet. She a vet. 'Cause
Okay,
she be
yeah.
on ESPN.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Candace Parker in there too. So all right, yeah, Candace Parker takes my fifth spot, my bad.
Got
Mm,
you need
yeah.
a 6-man.
Well then
Sixth
that's gonna
woman.
be
Six
Chene.
woman.
Yeah. Chene gonna be my sixth woman.
Sorry, 6-woman. Of course.
I'm glad to see you guys back on the same page again. It's great.
Yeah. And now also the moment that we all been waiting for, another segment from Carm's Top 5.
Oh God, did we say we're doing this
Yes.
Wait, what?
Yes, we did.
Top five what?
Her top 5.
Light skins?
Yes.
You did say that. Are you prepared?
week? In the NBA?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I give you guys a rough top 5. I give you.
Oh,
I just,
oh, oh,
I'll give you.
rough.
I'll give you. I'm not gonna give you my all-time list, but I'll give
The-
you.
like the current guys.
yeah,
The all-time list seems interesting.
the all-time
I
list. That
wonder
goes
who's on
deep.
the
That goes deep.
all-time
That goes
list.
deep.
There wasn't a lot of light skinned dudes back then.
Yeah, that list goes deep.
It's interesting.
Number 5, Tayshaun Prince.
Never that.
She had like Rod Strickland on that. You
Never
probably-
that.
You don't know Rod Strickland.
Reggie Miller.
Never that.
Probably. Yeah, the dudes back then, they wasn't really like light brights like the guys she loved. It was more like my complexion. Yeah.
So we're gonna do it.
Yeah, we're doing it. We're waiting
You
for
don't,
you.
Alright.
you don't have to. You don't have to.
No,
I just
no.
seen the look in her
Nope,
eyes. She don't
nope,
want to do it.
nope. If you say not, she's gonna take that.
That's crazy. She don't want to do it. She blushing now. You got her blushing.
I'm not prepared.
My gosh. Give him a rough top 5 so he can go on about
All right,
so he
rough
can go
top
on.
5. People I think are cool
Your
as of
fan,
this,
your fan club's waiting for you.
as of this
Oh,
moment.
do we got any YouTube Jones today? I didn't repeat.
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, all right. What her fan club say? What
No, I'm just saying, like her fan club's been waiting for her
I
top
don't have a
5,
fan club. No one
and she
cares.
kind of did promise the top on last week's show. She did say she would give us.
He not lying.
All right,
The
fine.
fan club needs to
All
know.
right, fine.
And let them know that you are putting out, you're accepting applications for president of your fan club. That you're
Okay,
accepting
great.
applications.
Okay, great. All right. So top 5 right now in the league, I have to go with no particular order.
Okay.
We're gonna go with Book.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go with
Chris's shirt. Uh-huh.
We're gonna go with. I'm sorry, I gotta go with Ben. I mean, come on, it's Ben.
God.
Book.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Ben.
Hold on. Even with his performance and his play, you got him like that should factor into.
We're
a
talking
lot of
about
things.
looks here. Anyways,
I mean, that's true. Though. We listen. Everybody fiending for Halle Berry, but we all saw Catwoman.
That's what I mean, Catwoman. what do you mean? Catwoman was great.
I like Catwoman.
I watched it because of
personally.
her. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we watched it because of her, not for her acting.
Go ahead, Carm. Take
All
Ben
right.
off the list.
All right, fine. Ben is like he'll be like a 6-man.
All right.
All right. So Book. Sorry, darn. All right, Book. Zach Levine. Definitely Zach Levine all day, every day. Jason Tatum, of course. Come on now.
All buckets.
All
So far, yeah, I
Um,
can't complain. If we talking basketball skills, the squad is fire right now.
I'm gonna say him, even though he's like a baby, John Morant.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Even though he's a baby.
Whoa.
I think John's really cute.
Whoa.
But he's a baby, but he's
This is-
cute.
But how does he make the list though? He does not.
I'm not all
he got-
about the light
he got
skins.
too much melanin.
I'm all about equal opportunity employment, man.
This looking like the Golden State Warriors.
Pretty much that. Well, yeah, with Draymond.
Okay, so that's 4, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna have to go with, of course, the originator, never duplicator, Seth Curry.
Okay. All right.
Wait, you said Seth or Steph?
I mean Stephen Wardell.
Okay, I was about to say I heard Seth. I'm like, whoa, hold on.
No, Steph. That's not top 5 as of right now, but there is a top 10 of all time, which includes different people that you will all be shocked about. That's on another.
Well, we know AI is on that list.
At a later date. That's at a later date.
So I'm not
My top 10, you guys wouldn't even guess some of the people. You wouldn't guess because you got me so pegged about light skin, but it ain't true. As of today in recent NBA, everybody's light skin because everyone's half white. So what do you
pretty
expect?
much, yeah.
So what is the pickings?
That's why I said the old
If they're
school
not, like,
Bulls look
African,
me.
They're like half white. So what's
That's
up?
real. That is so real.
So what's up?
There's like no medium color
Like
anymore.
Booker, halfway. Jason Tatum, he's mixed. Zach Levine, halfway. Ja is black, and Steph is mixed. His mom ain't all black. So what's up? Boom.
All right, that's a good list. As far as buckets wise, not day appearance. I don't be checking for them that way. But they all get buckets minus Ben.
So my top 10 will come at a later date, maybe after the Father's Day show. I will give you my all-time top 10 zaddies
okay.
in the league.
Okay.
Okay.
All
So
right.
that's my top 5, and all of them can ball. All of them are dominant. Most of them are guards, and yeah, most of them are either the two or the one of the two.
All right. That's
All right.
I know AI on the list though.
So boom, Carm's Corner, aka sliding into my top 5 zaddies
Okay.
of right now.
Okay.
I think like Fro Kobe's probably on that list also.
Maybe.
Nah. I doubt it because this is how I know for a fact Kobe is nowhere near that list. The hate that she like has for that, like back in the day, you know, that and the love that she has for the 01 Sixers, you know, that still scars people. I don't think Kobe Bryant even touches the list.
That's a great point,
Oh,
Mark.
does that scar
Yeah.
you?
I'm a Kobe Bryant fanatic.
He went to Lower Merion.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So for you, is
That was a win for me. Like, remember what we were just talking about off air. James Harden has 50-point triple-double when the Sixers win. I'm in heaven.
Oh, okay. That's a win for you. You know, watching your hometown team lose. Meanwhile, I'm on the electric chair.
I had more love for Kobe. I had more me at that time. Like, I had more love for Kobe at that time because I was still like trying to understand because I'll never forget. I just seen this man playing in high school. Next thing you know, I'm like, Mom, why is he in the NBA now? Like, I didn't get it. Like, what is it? 1996 when he was in the league?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
like
got
I was a
drafted,
young
yeah.
boy. I was just oddly confused. I'm like, he was at the games. Like, I seen him at the games. He was right there. Why is he on TV now? So like Kobe was like, that's just my guy. So it was like, oh, all right. It was still, I mean, that finals game 1 is still awesome, but
Yeah.
I just still love the way Kobe snapped.
You just got to rewatch it 4 times.
That's it. And then in your mind, the Sixers are the 01 champions of game 1.
Absolutely.
Listen, it just takes that one moment to make you legendary.
Yeah.
And that game, that 01 first game, it was just a legend. It's like you can't. This only way it will be in comparison to save the Sixers. Like even with Dr. J, and even when they won championships, you don't even talk about that. You only like in recent days, you're only talking about the 01 Sixers. Like that's all you're talking about is that first game. It's like
Yeah,
it's like legend.
Yeah, because none of us were alive during '83.
But that's what I'm saying. But you still talk about the flu game. We still talk about Jordan's games that
You
we
mean
weren't
that
there for.
hangover game?
Whatever. We still
Oh
talk
my
about
God.
the games that we weren't present for, those big games. You don't
Yeah.
talk about people don't talk about that?
I
People
mean,
will
people
talk
talk
about,
about that, but the only thing I talk about Jordan was literally Space Jam.
but that's you. But a lot of people who like or like maybe like
The
you
old
know,
heads.
nah, even people who are younger.
Who that?
Oh, that's DJ and
Oh,
characters.
see, I
Yeah.
see you doing
I'm
your
about to-
research.
Yeah, I'm about to.
I see you
About to
doing
watch a
your.
lot more.
I've been
Connecticut Sun
told y'all
games.
she was Betty, and then Dee
Oh, yeah, no,
Richards too.
Yeah, she's tough,
I
too.
watched the NCAA tournament. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm about to watch the Connecticut Sun games.
Yep. Need to watch Autumn Jones. But what
I
else?
ain't mad at it either because it's like, women, we gotta listen. We got certain gifts, certain blessings, and you know what I'm saying?
You gotta
If
use
people
them
want to look,
things.
Yeah.
then okay.
You gotta use
Oh
them
yeah.
things.
Oh, speaking of that, is anyone going to see Space Jam 2 in theaters?
I want to.
Maybe. I don't know.
Why not? Why it would be fun.
I'm not like a movie guy the way I used to be. I am still, but if I go to like a movie tavern, maybe. But I don't like do old school movies no more. I don't know. And plus, I'm still like a little freaked out about COVID. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I still be wearing my mask and whatnot. Like, and then I always knew people was dirty before, but like now it's like really like starting to hit me that people aren't just like, they're still dirty. Like, I was just in a restaurant last week, you know, I'm draining the main vein and Bull pops up next to me. Next, you know, I'm washing my hands and he leaves the stall and leaves the bathroom. I'm like, wow. We are still doing this. There are people still just disgustingly dirty. And then, here's the one that takes the cake for me, right? So I kind of set Bull up because I had a little bit of a hidden agenda, right? So he's like, oh yeah, man, you know, just got back from a 6-mile run. Then I took a dip in the pool. I'm like, oh, that's what's up. I'm sure that water was feeling great. It was like, oh yeah, man, it was great. Blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, listen, yeah. So in my head, I'm like, I know he ain't take a shower. Let me hit him with this question. I'm like, bro, what you just you just went straight to the pool like soon as you got done? He's like, yeah, man, I threw on my swim trunks, jumped right in. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's what's up. Go ahead, cool off. And in my head, I'm like, ill. Ugh, disgusting. Like, are you serious? Like,
Was that your apartment?
Yeah.
In the words of Pusha T, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, like that's I've always been weary about that.
Yeah.
And then, right, come to find out, you know, remember like back in the day when people were like, oh, I love that chlorine smell. Can't wait to get back to the pool, blase. So I did a little research. All right.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I'm a little freaked out about pools right now. So believe it or not, you guys can Google this as well. But chlorine doesn't actually have a smell. What that smell that you smell, it's funk, it's makeup, it's urine, it's sweat. All that combined created a new chemical, and that is the smell, that chlorine smell that you think y'all smell. That just turned me off from public pools.
Huh.
In general.
All right.
So
All right. The only water I'm getting in is either in my own place in my shower or in the sea.
hey, look.
Nature's bathroom.
Don't get me wrong.
What the heck?
I'll be honest. Don't get me wrong. I say all this now. There probably will be a moment, and I'm just gonna be honest, where I'm drinking and I probably will take a dip and completely forget everything I just told y'all. But if I am 100% there,
if our ancestors can run around in fire hydrants, I think it'd be all right.
I'm about to say, like, because you're gonna be in a hotel. Next thing you know, you're gonna look at the pool. You're gonna disregard everything you just.
I know, but I'm still gonna shower before though. That's one thing I've always done.
All right, yeah.
I always
as
shower.
long as you shower before.
Yeah, I've always done that. People like were really. I've had people frown at me like, you shower before you get in the pool. That doesn't make sense. I'm like, wait, you don't?
Yeah,
that's just disgusting.
Yeah. Anyway, you're listening to 98.5 WJYM Running Back Sports. If you want to call in, get the call number.
Is it me or Carm?
215-763.
I guess it's just Carm today.
9596.
That's right.
Nice.
And we're going to dive right into our next topic. Apparently, it's kind of funny. We talked about this last week when Freeman was on the show.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually internal reports that the Mavericks are looking to extend Luka Doncic. However, there has been some skepticism on Luka's part about accepting that long-term deal.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
That's wow.
And like I said, all it takes, because the next person, Luka is going to be the next person up, and then it's going to be Zion. And we all know if those two turn down those deals, I mean, granted, they're still going to be restricted free agents, but they could just sign a restricted free agent tenure. That's just a 1-year tenure. And then after that, they can
be it. Yep.
So
unrestricted, just like kind of what Lonzo Ball is doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. If that happens, whoa.
Yeah. Because can you imagine like a few years from now, Zion doesn't up and resign with New Orleans because they've done absolutely nothing to try to make that man happy. Right. And that gives him free reign to go to a giant market. Can you imagine, like, in a few years, you know, the whole, like, Anthony Davis thing just doesn't work out or his body fails, or, you know, they still keep him. Yeah. And, you know, Zion, you know, goes to Los Angeles, or,
that would be insane.
Or, you know, New York finally gets what they want, and Zion goes to the Garden.
That would be insane. But see, if you're smart, though, I mean, this is what I used to do on 2K. You got to trade those guys when they don't want to extend. You got to get something for them.
Yeah.
You can't just let these kind of guys walk. So if Luka legit says, like, all right, look, I'm only doing 1 year. I'll do my restricted, and then I'm out. I'm trading him. Yeah. And whatever dummy takes him, that's on you.
Yeah, and that's the thing. But it's like, what team is going to accept just that 1 year tenure unless it's somewhere that Luka wants to go?
You never know, because if they're on that restricted deal, that's not the max money. So some teams can move around. I don't know, let's say 12 mil. Some teams can move around to get that 12 mil to absorb his contract. That could be a championship team calling him, and it's like, hey, we're gonna wine and dine him, see if we can keep him.
Yeah. And you also heard about those reports about, like, you know, the NBA was a little worried that if Zion didn't sign that Superman from Milwaukee, he might have gone down to Dallas.
What's his name?
Yeah.
No.
Giannis.
My
Sorry.
bad. Yeah, it's okay, bro.
Yeah.
I know what you meant.
Yeah. So talking about Giannis going down to Dallas to go team up with Luka.
That would have been crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Play it out, but I don't know. I just feel like Luka has always been a winner, even before he came to the NBA.
Yeah.
We know his resume. His resume is out of this world. So what's happening in Dallas right now just isn't working.
Yeah.
So I honestly wouldn't be shocked, but even still though, like if he does become like a unrestricted free agent, that'd be wild. So we'll see what even happens with Lonzo Ball this summer, because he's already said like, yo, I ain't coming back. And he's another one of those guys. Apparently him and Zach LaVine already been chatting it up.
Yeah. Chicago should have did that years ago. Lonzo should have been a Chicago. Lonzo is either going to be a Chicago Bull or a New York Knick.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. What else?
Wasn't Magic saying that he would be like the perfect fit for the Knicks?
Yeah.
Like you're tripping to not
Yeah.
get Lonzo because he's like, you know, a point guard. He can kind of run everything. And, you know, you got Julius. He don't got to be, you know what I mean? Like the playmaker.
Yeah,
Lonzo can make the plays.
Yeah, Lonzo can run the offense. He knows everybody's spot on the court. And then you could just put Derrick Rose strictly in that 6-man role.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So it works out for all parties. And then, you know, you got Chicago where it's like, we don't need another point guard. We don't need another guard dominant ball to play along Zach LaVine. We could just get Lonzo Ball to orchestrate the offense, and then, you know, Zach LaVine in the fourth quarter. It's time to close this thing out.
Yeah.
You know what I wonder? I wonder if like temperature has anything to do with decisions on where to get traded to. Like, do people think about that? Like
good
weather and like,
Yeah.
you know, overall like product, like, you know, how the city is. And that's like, you know, is it like an up and coming city? Is there stuff to do nightlife? Like what kind of food do they have there? Like what are the school? Like, you know, I wonder if anyone even thinks about those kind of things.
They have to. That's hence why no one like signs a free agent deal to Milwaukee. Look at Bogdan. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm coming to Milwaukee." Nah, I'm going to ATL.
Yeah. And
Come on.
Then you got Jeremy Grant taking $60 million to go to Detroit.
He wanted the bread,
Yeah, I know.
and I ain't knocking him.
And in his position, I think like it's shown he needed to prove himself, to prove, you know, his improvements, and then, you know, just kind of put his head down and build up to get something better somewhere else.
Oh,
Because
no.
now, if
Yeah.
say he wanted to leave or do something else, he has the stock because people have seen like he's improved majorly. You know, he can contribute, and he has the size. Like he has the size, he's upped his skills, and you know he can be useful to a team.
Yeah. Well, he's going to be there for what, like another 3 years at least.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in that situation, yeah, I get signing with a Detroit. Now at that point, I just feel like you're playing either because you love the game or this is just your profession.
Yeah.
If you decide to go to a team like Detroit.
Well, like he probably looked at the team and was like, okay, the next best players is Isaiah Stewart and Killian Haynes. Yeah, I'm getting 20.
Yeah, like because I mean, if that's the, I mean, it depends. I think the market also varies because if it was all about weather and where you live, Orlando would have everybody.
Yeah, sure.
Orlando's beautiful, so it really I think it does
Yeah,
depend.
and speaking of Orlando, there's actually been internal talks about them interviewing Becky Hammond, Spurs assistant coach, for the head coaching job.
Or Portland,
Mm.
which I think would be great. Like if they actually give her an opportunity and she has the qualifications, which I see that she does. Like she seems to, like, first of all, she played in the WNBA. I think she won something in the WNBA.
Yeah,
And-
she's proven.
Yeah. So, but regardless of all that, she's been working under Pop. She's being groomed by Popovich. So
That
I
doesn't
think
mean anything anymore. I'm sorry.
no, it does mean a lot to a lot of people. You can't say that. Just because they haven't been the best in the recent years, they still made the play in. Some teams didn't make anything.
I'm only saying that because
we got the worst coach out of the Popovich tree.
Exactly. Like don't get it twisted.
What, because Brett Brown?
Yes.
I mean,
Do not get it twisted.
Brett Brown, that could be an anomaly, man. Becky, I think she got some more sense. Brett, just nobody respected him. Becky, I think, could be a different story. And I really hope they give her an opportunity because having the first head coach in the NBA would be big. That's big. Like, that's a big move for women. And definitely, I think, will spill over to the WNBA, which is so needed and so timed. And I mean, it's time.
We're gonna see. I mean, we're gonna see.
Yeah.
I'm open to it. And you guys know I wanted Dawn Staley during the offseason.
Yeah.
Someone was saying Dawn Staley was interviewing too.
Hey, do it.
Good for her.
They're all proven coaches, so I don't knock them at all.
But here's the sad thing: you already know there's going to be, backlash if they do hire a woman. You know that people are going to say, "How can a woman coach men?" and all this nonsense that people want to say, which I think is sad that it's even still coming out of people's mouths.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but even so, then it's like if they're qualified for the job, it's better than just hiring a retreat. Like Mike D'Antoni still getting interest from other teams. I'm just like, how many times is D'Antoni going to get an opportunity to coach in this league, underachieve, and he's just going to be an assistant coach, and a few years later he's going to get another job?
Chris,
again.
is that personal for you because of the Suns?
No, not really. I'm just tired of Mike D'Antoni getting jobs.
He does get a lot of jobs.
It's boring.
I mean, hey, it's all about who you know.
Yeah, I know. I understand like why, because offense and whoever the point guard is that they're going to be experienced in career years and MVP numbers. Steve Nash did in Phoenix, James Harden did in Houston, but in the end, it's like, how many times is this guy going to get an opportunity?
I mean, hey, you know what? You should be nice. Because without that opportunity that Steve Nash got from him, you wouldn't even be a Suns fan right now. You wouldn't even be wearing that doggone shirt. So you need to be nice to Mike D'Antoni, all right? Because he wouldn't have made Steve Nash into the player that you loved and became a Suns fan. So you talk about Mike D'Antoni with love in your heart. Nobody
right.
trying to hear that.
Yeah, you're right.
Boom.
Yeah, you're right. And
What's he talking about?
Yeah, you're right. Mike D'Antoni is the only reason why James Harden got an MVP.
All right, cool. I ain't mad at that.
So D'Antoni obviously has some positives, but then he has some obvious negatives, like anybody else. But I do think that maybe it's time for new blood, and I'm not trying to have ageism because I don't think being old means you're not qualified or you're not great. But like Chris said, I think it's just about productivity and about results. And it's like if you're not getting to the promised land after so many chances, so many different looks at teams and players, it's like let's give somebody else a chance, maybe a minority coach.
Yeah, I want more black men. I want more black men.
I want
coaching.
more Hispanic men, man. More Spoelstras, man.
That's
What's
cool
up?
too. That's cool too. But I definitely want more black men in the NFL and in the NBA because, those two sports are highly dominated by African Americans. So why not have leaders that look like them in the front offices or even leading men? Like things are gonna be so much different. That's just how.
Hey, shout out to the Sixers. Elton Brand is our front office guy.
Yeah. And look what he been doing. He been doing great, bringing the Sixers back. Can't even complain. We got Doc Rivers in here. I mean, Doc's old school, but he's still, he's still OG. He's still OG. We got about 10 minutes left, y'all. What else y'all got? Anything out of the blue?
Yes. We're gonna close this off with a little NFL. So Travis Kelce went home he's from his home state is Ohio. So the Chiefs tight end was actually gave a little praise to the Cleveland Browns, saying that he's definitely going to see the Cleveland Browns in the playoffs for multiple years to come. And the topic came up as like, are the Cleveland Browns the best team to possibly dethrone the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC?
I would say no. I still like the Bills a lot. The Bills they have a solid defense. They have a solid offensive core. They have a great young quarterback who looks like he's gotten things together. I still like the Bills over there in the AFC. So not quite yet with the Browns. I got to see a little bit more, see what else they can do. But a part of me feels like that was a fluke year. There's just a slim part of me.
Weren't you talking about the Bills, how they're great now?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I like the Bills, but I'm talking about the Browns. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to say Browns. Did I say Bills?
Yeah, the Browns.
I'm sorry. I feel like the Browns was a fluke year. So I want to see if they can do it again. I'm never sold off things that are just like immediate. I'm never one for the people who are flash in the pans. Like it just took me. I just started respecting Steph Curry. I don't know, like 4 years ago. because I'm like, oh, he's only done it like 2 seasons. He's had weak ankles for all I've known. Now he's put it together. So it's the same. I'm just not gonna all of a sudden anoint a team because they had one good season. So we'll see what the Browns can do. They have a lot of weapons. It's all flash, like I said.
Mark is like the poster child for it's never sunny in Philadelphia.
Hey. Well, hey, I mean, shoot, that's my line every Tuesday.
I mean,
It's never sunny.
everything you said about Cleveland is true, but can't the same thing be said about Buffalo being a flash in the pan?
No, because they did it at least 2 years so far.
Yeah, they were in the playoffs 2 years ago, but they blew a 16-0 lead to the Houston Texans. They finally won their first playoff game since the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
So who's to say? Not to mention the Patriots got better. The Dolphins were just on the outside looking in under 10 games. So their division is definitely going to be tougher. So who's to say Buffalo might be that flash in the pan also?
You're right. But I'm sticking to my guns on this one. I don't believe in the Browns yet. Do they actually finally? They still have the same head coach. I believe they had a great season. So
Yes.
they should still. Everyone should be coming back. It should be all improvements. Everyone should be coming back. You got Baker Mayfield under the same coach, same offensive coordinator, et cetera, et cetera. So that should just grow and be better. So we'll see what happens. But I'm not just going to anoint them right away. Nah, I need to see more.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, they might even get Odell Beckham Jr. back healthy, possibly. That could improve even more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I know how you feel about the Browns. I know.
The Browns are the Browns.
Yeah.
They're I guess they're okay. You don't have to wear a bag on your head anymore. I don't know, Chris. You just have this fascination with bums. What is that? Why? What is that? What's the reason?
The Suns aren't bums.
They were at one point. But like Korkmaz, the Browns, TJ McConnell, like what's the fascination?
McCollum?
First of all, don't
Otis
disrespect me
McConnell.
with that TJ McConnell stuff.
You didn't talk. I thought you talked.
No,
oh,
no,
I'm sorry.
no.
I apologize.
No,
I thought you were on the bandwagon.
no,
No. Okay.
no.
Okay.
TJ was solid when he was on the team. Stop trying to play him.
God, y'all are weird.
He's short. What do you want?
I just need y'all to like players that are good.
For what his height is, and he was all right. He gave us some good minutes. He gave us some spunk off the bench.
Was it like
what's
it
up?
was it a shock because of the lack of melanin in his skin that you also like him too?
No, that's not it at all. I'm just saying
He wasn't hooping for a white guy.
TJ
That's not part of it.
TJ gave us what he could give us, and that was fine. That's it.
Okay. We got to
I'm
do
saying.
we got to do like a top 10 list of like all time like Philadelphia like bums that are still beloved in this city because it is crazy.
Oh, I can do that.
I'm sure you can. Shoot, never mind. I was gonna say I already know.
Yeah,
who's-
you can just stop now.
Yeah, we'll see how it pans out.
You know what? I'm really surprised. Honestly, you were not a fan of the Phoenix Suns back then for all the buckets they got.
I used to use them on live, and back when people played NBA Live, I used to run crazy with them. I did.
I used to honestly, Chris, I used to love the Suns. I used to be a real fan of the Suns. I love Raja Bell, Diaw,
Mm-hmm.
Stoudemire. Like I was a fan.
Quentin Richardson.
Yeah, Jason Richardson.
Yeah.
Leandro Barbosa. The
Oh, my Barbosa.
The Brazilian Blur.
The Brazilian Blur. Like when they were all on the team, I was definitely a fan. Like Diaw and them.
Yeah, I didn't hate them.
I was banging with them for real.
They was cool. They was fun to use on 2K or the basketball games.
So like
because they
seeing
make
them
threes.
win is like I'm happy for them because
Yeah.
I used to really be fond of them back in the day.
I'm actually, Chris, believe it or not, I got the Suns coming out of the West now. It's a great
I
story.
said that.
It's a
I said it was
beautiful
going to be
story.
the Suns. I don't like even whoever wins against the Clippers Jazz. I think the Suns are just they got the momentum. It's just like they got the perfect storm. Like
I think they're the most
forming.
complete team in the NBA.
Yep.
In the playoffs. Well,
Veteran
yeah.
leadership.
Yep.
They got a big man. They
Yep.
got like an all-star.
They got
Good
a ring
coaching.
defender. They got an outside scorer. They got a good bench. They got veterans, veteran point guard, great coach, big man. They got the most.
They got the
complete
all-star
team.
in Devin Booker.
Yeah, that's their outside scorer. Their perimeter scorer. They got perimeter shooting. They got quality defense from Mikal Bridges and quality defense from DeAndre Ayton. Throw Jay Crowder in there, then Chris Paul. He's not going to give you what he did in year 7, but he still can be a pest. Like the Suns are really the most complete team. I'm not going to knock you there, Chris.
Okay.
But you still got to make a decision. This is too much.
I don't got to do nothing to satisfy
This
you.
is too much. It's not. It's not to
I got to
satisfy me.
satisfy you, baby
It's not
boy.
to satisfy me.
Baby.
All right, because you out here tweeting Suns
Sick of
and
your name.
posting Suns, and I don't even.
You could just
you don't
mute-
put nothing on the Sixers.
Stop.
I
In the
literally was
name of
I literally was
God,
tweeting about the Sixers all night.
Yeah,
You
You were
break my
tweeting in
heart.
disgust.
In the name
Oh, and what do you do,
I don't even tweet no more. I've
Exactly.
been relaxing. I've been watching y'all.
bro? Like, listen. Here's the thing. Whenever I see you tweet, it's always about Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
At least I talk during the
Stop it.
game
Stop
and
it.
trying to interact. With
Every
people,
time y'all
trying to
tweet,
get-
I can hear y'all talk. Let me just say that.
Would you say it like in my voice or
I,
something?
I hear Mark in Mark's voice. I hear Chris's voice, and I can
Yeah.
hear like little like Chris's inflections. I'm like, oh my god!
I
Like,
thought
it's
I was
just,
the
like,
only
too
weirdo who
much.
did
no,
that.
like
like,
I can hear y'all.
oh yeah, and I can hear every single time you tweet about Jason Tatum.
Great.
Nah, but no, that's real. I thought I was the only weirdo who did it. Like even when people text me, I read like their text in their
Yeah.
voice, not mine.
Yeah.
Or like how they would say it or something like that.
Yeah, like y'all tweets are Chris is always tries to be like a diplomatic tweeter. Mark is more like, whatever, man. I'm irked. And me,
I
I'm
don't.
like scatterbrained. I tweet about whatever, whenever.
You was in
Yeah.
your feels one of them days.
That's where I was.
Yeah. Anyway,
So-
back to the NFL. I feel like outside of the Chiefs, because the Chiefs are the crown of the AFC, I feel like the Browns have the most complete team to possibly dethrone the reigning defending AFC champion Cleveland Browns. They improved their front seven, and the main thing that you really need to beat the Chiefs is make sure that they don't have the ball in their hands. And when you got a dynamic running duo like Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt in your backfield, it kind of makes it nearly impossible for you to do that. And if Odell Beckham's able to come back from injury and be able to incorporate in this offense with Baker Mayfield, it's going to be a fun offense to watch. And I think with that, I think we're going to be closing today's show. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today on 98.5 WJYM, Running Back Sports Show, Sports for the Culture.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure to check out our radiothon this weekend, Saturday on Juneteenth. And if you want to donate, go to uptownradiophilly.org and click the donate sign and go to our Cash App. Once again, you got Chris Thomas.
Mark Thompson.
It's your girl Carm.
You're listening to the Running Back Sports Show, Sports for the Culture. Until next time.
Later.
Peace.
Good show, people. Wow. Loved it. I love the dynamic of the Chris against Carm thing. I love
It was
taking off my
great.
mic. I felt it.
It was
so great.
Stop blaming Shake. Yes.
It was
I love that we're working in a dictatorship.
Oh my God. Who are you?
I sense the sarcasm. Sense the sarcasm.
She calls me facetious.
Facetious. Ooh, that's a word, Hunty. That is a word. That's a word. I'm glad you came alive, bruh. You was about to pass out in the video.
Now I gotta go home and get ready for tomorrow because I gotta be there at 8:15 tomorrow.
Oh, you start like that soon?
It's orientation, yeah.
Damn. You said 350 plus commission.
Yeah.
So you don't cut off your unemployment? You won't have to.
I don't care anymore. Because if I'm making the base, I'm making $1,600 a month for like incentives,
Yeah.
which is basically the same thing I'm getting now.
Yeah.
And they didn't pay me, and what should we call it?
So, I don't know if it's true yet, but that's not a shot.